Okay.
Okay, good.
I don't know.
That'll do. That'll do then.
Did you click it?
I did. Yeah, I clicked it.
You did.
It's been clicked. Hello, stream.
Okay, here's the thing. How do I watch stuff and be here with you?
I guess you technically don't have to.
Well, how can I react to it if I can't see it? Why would I watch a Hasan video?
I could stream it in the Discord maybe, and then just stream the Discord screen.
It's up to you. It's up to you. I don't know how any of this works.
No, but that's a good question. I wasn't, I hadn't completely thought it through yet.
You know, there's this Turkish guy that streams all the time. I bet we could get assistance from him one day.
That'd be sick.
Imagine.
Yeah. I'm sure he has people who help with his stuff now. But I mean, he must have learned it to get to where he is at, you know, like before having people help him.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, he was streaming on his own side of the Young Turk, just apparently needing to continue to try to change society.
Right.
I think him and Will were friends back then too. For some reason, I feel like they've been like roommates.
Yeah, I kind of have been getting that impression from Fear and
Oh yeah, they're like best friends. They're very close.
Yeah.
I don't know when Austin joined, but I remember his dating video.
Yeah, the talk show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be Austin Show's big break as well. Alright. Looks good, sounds good. Tidied up my webcam only scene a little bit.
Nice.
Oh wait, that's my hair side. How do I forget that?
Oh, speaking of your hair, I've been looking at like pomade for curly hair, you know?
Yeah.
And you could put some pomade there, just kind of like comb it so it stays.
I was thinking about shaving it closer.
I've had a feeling.
But I kind of like getting a feel for what my hair is like really short, but and like how it might grow back in if I grew it back out. But I feel pretty comfortable with it that I could probably like get one of those fades or something, or get the little shapes. My stylist was suggesting just like some lines to start with, but I was like, I mean, we could do whatever, really.
I remember what I did in mine. Remember?
I did a few with my undercut, but yeah, I don't remember.
Was mine an undercut or on the side? I don't know. A long time ago. It's okay.
You could have had the sides and the undercut if the top was long enough. But yeah, I don't remember either. I was thinking about like come summer when it's really hot that I might get like the other side shaved too, and I just have the top and back and it'll still fall over.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
and I could still pull it back and everything, but it'll just like have two sides of like the short.
that looks nice.
But
and
it's
that,
nice
yeah, that
having all this extra hair for right now. But I do think my hair is thick enough that I could do that.
I think so.
Go full Viking.
Go full Viking, and then you just learn to do a middle braid, or teach Ethan on how to do a middle braid.
Right. Oh, speaking of E, my previous screen here, I had a promo for him. Okay, where's my webcam? There it is. Put that, and then open up the With Mama Panda again. Where's the...
Zeus's head is like about the size, or potentially bigger than what Taco would be like if he was sitting on my lap.
His head being the Chihuahua's whole body.
Yes, yeah, his head being the whole body. He just had his head on my lap, but I said his name, so now he's looking at me all adoringly. Flopped his head on my lap, and I was like, size. Taco would sitting on my lap.
He said, "Oh,
I love Taco.
Me?
Yeah, me? I'm just like a little Chihuahua just sitting here on your lap and on half the couch, but part on your lap should count." He's such a lover. Jay, you're just such a lover.
Just a precious baby bean.
Just a little precious 140-pound. He's just so strong. Unbelievably strong, but so well behaved. Like, has never pulled. Oh yeah, I'm talking about you. Making little noises. But yeah, like he was really excited about this ball he wanted me to throw, and it was between his legs. And I'm like, the last time I tried to grab a ball once, like he was looking down, like, look at the ball, and so I bent down to get it. So he looks up, and we bonk heads. Now I tell him to back up, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, back up, and he's like, he like makes testing noises. He thinks I'm not going to pick up the ball because I'm telling him to back up, right? And tonight he started barking at me, and I said, "I'm sorry, sir, don't speak like that." He was like, "Oh, adorable!" Like, I swear to God, he's very smart. He actually understands what I'm saying. And then I was like, "Now we're going to settle down and sit," and he sat his little butt down and waited. Right, yes, I'm bragging about you. And then I threw the ball, and he just ran like a puppy. You know how puppies run?
Right.
They're kind of like half clumsy. He's like that.
Yeah.
He's fun to watch. Okay. I like being like the auntie, because then I can spend time with my friends' dogs and then go home.
That's how I feel about kids.
Right? It's all the fun with none of the responsibility or financial obligation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I've really missed having a dog. Exactly. That was fine.
Well, that was fun.
Me.
And I'm gonna go home now. This is wild. I haven't seen this video by Hasan. It was literally just posted like an hour ago, and I'm like in real time watching the likes and stuff go up. It's kind of wild.
Oh shit. Okay. Yes. My glasses on.
Oh, you're
Make
fine.
Sure to,
I was like adjusting the thing, and it turns out I can actually stream it to Discord and through OBS to the stream at the same time. So we actually don't have to. Yeah, we don't have to worry too much. I don't know what the audio is gonna sound like.
Well, let's play with it and figure.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of
behind the scenes aspects.
Exactly. I want to do like more reactions like this instead
and then have to step
like
in
if I'm going to be
and say something is because I command a fairly large audience. And
Definitely the echo.
I forgot to mute my mic while I was testing. Okay, so I'm gonna.
Someone has to do it. The pendulum will not swing unless someone is there to swing it in the opposite direction. You have to make it swing. In the opposite direction.
Okay, so that sounded fine, right?
Yeah, it sounded pretty good.
Okay.
I don't know how loud you are compared to him.
I think I'm fine. I think we're both comparable.
Okay.
I can at least see the like. What is it called?
Oh, the little, yeah, I know what you're
dB
saying.
decibels.
Yeah. Yeah, the decibel.
But I have two audio sources, and I just wasn't able to tell. And then I have my own for my mic. I just wasn't able to tell if it was sounding funky or not.
Well, I'm watching this on my phone because I'm too lazy to mess with my computer right now.
Oh, but didn't you get a new Wi-Fi thing?
Yeah, that requires me to get up and walk over there and do it.
Isn't it like a plug-and-play kind of thing? Your computer should be able to detect the device and then
I know
source the drivers, but that's usually, if it doesn't source the drivers, that's the annoying part.
It's an ADHD thing.
Okay, well, if that works for you. I'm sure visually we won't have to rely too much on it. It's definitely going to be more like podcast style.
Yeah. Okay, whenever you're ready.
Oh, so cool. I just saw the hairstylist actually posted my photos. Okay.
Nice.
Sorry.
Okay.
You ready?
Oh.
We're ready?
Yuri Panda? Yes, we are here to watch Hasan react.
Hasan!
And I know nothing about the Emaru.
Which is actually so crazy. Yeah, I guess we do want to bring emphasis to the fact that
With you.
You don't know anything about the Emaru situation.
I have purposely avoided it because I wanted you to share stuff that you researched, but Hasan dropping something like this so quickly, this is going to be my first introduction, but I'm a huge fan of his. So,
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, we can just play catch up if you need to, but Hasan's really good at explaining things.
True. Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that honestly, as far as like social media, like influencer related drama kind of timeline, he's kind of coming to it late, I would say. Which
is like fantastic because I get to.
Yeah, he definitely waited to speak on it.
Him. Yeah. So I'm excited. I mean, not. That sounds wrong.
Not for what happened, but
I'm very curious to see what happened and Hasan's point of view.
Right. I'm very curious about Hasan's point of view too, because it is interesting. I'm wondering why he waited so long to talk on this. If there's a reason he's talking about it now, and like what all that might entail for sure.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I'm just posting on Facebook and X really quick that we're live.
Oh, okay, cool.
But I didn't
tag him.
Oh, tag Hasan?
Yeah, especially on X.
Shoot. Hasan, my mom is in love with you. Alright, I made two posts. One tagging him and one tagging Twitch.
Yeah. Curious.
And then I posted on Facebook and I tagged you. But otherwise, yeah, I'm like, not a whole lot of people know that we're online. see I'm streaming. Me hollering across the hall.
When you could just message.
I literally.
Oh my gosh. Remember when we had set up a laptop? So we had the computer. I'd gotten a laptop because you both were, needed it for school. And I in the living room, and I said something to your brother who was on the computer.
Yeah, through
and
text.
Then he messaged me from the computer and said something like, "We don't ever have to just message me from now on." It's a joke, but it was hilarious.
Right. That is funny. Gooseman, thank you for joining. I was just talking about how I was like, I don't think anybody knows we're online. And we're about to get into the tea, into the drama, into the... The thick
some
of it.
hot...
Hasan, normally a political streamer, talking about a drama-based thing, interesting.
Yeah, I mean...
I guess he does talk about drama sometimes, but... Yeah.
I mean, it's Emaru.
It is Emaru.
I mean, I know the title, the Emaru situation, very like, because again, I don't really know anything other than it involves her and Ms. Kiff. All I know.
For those who don't know Emmy or Emaru, she is an American online streamer, YouTuber, and cosplayer, best known for her live streams on Twitch, focusing content related to video games, most notably in League of Legends earlier in her career, then transitioning to variety and cosplay. She's 28 years old, January 3rd, 1998. Wow, her birthday actually just passed. American Chinese, 5'3". That context might be important later. She has 2 million followers. Has played World of Warcraft, Elden Ring, Super Mario 64, to name a couple, and has been involved in organizations like Cloud9, One True King, Red Bull, and she has accumulated over 1 billion views. She is,
so she is not a small time.
No, she's not a small time streamer. I believe she's also one of the owners of OTK.
Yes, I believe so. Isn't she the first female owner of OTK?
First female owner, prominent, Texas co-owner of the Texas-based gaming organization One True King.
Yeah, so she is a serious player in streaming.
Joining founders like Asmon Gold and S-Fan to help lead the organization's strategic direction. And she was born in Kansas, just in case anybody's gonna be like, she's Asian, she's not from here, she is American. Not that it matters. And then, what was the other thing? Forbes. She is one of the people who was put on the 30 under 30 successful people on Forbes magazine. So
also fake as well as successful.
Yes. Yeah. Very much recognized for her successes in her career. Yeah. I mean, regardless of like her dating history and other like collaborations with people throughout her career, she still stands, I would say, strong in her own work and everything that she does. She has put the time in and the effort and has built a community of people who thankfully have come to support her through some of the harder times in her life. Hey, Glassy!
You sound like a fan.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. She's a really good cosplayer.
I do. I was gonna say, I do love her cosplay. I do like her sense of humor. I think she was a wonderful addition to One True King.
Agreed.
I think it's great. Yeah, especially before her, what is it? Valkyrie was the 1st female owner. Period. I believe. In the gaming space.
100 Thieves.
Oh, yes, it was. Yes, it was. So it's like these are milestones.
How do you medicate?
And yeah, and I mean, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but generally, gamers do tend to lean more male. So having female owners of organizations and streamers out there representing the ladies who like to game is fantastic.
Gamer girls, definitely.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
I certainly enjoyed our gaming, so that was fun. Even though, yeah,
got some dinkum in, got some Jackbox in.
We'll have to wait for building my way up to Call of Duty Zombies. If I can do Call of Duty Zombies, I've no. I didn't say I didn't play Call of Duty Zombies.
You tried.
Brother and his brother and the team and the clan played, but oh man, the audio that gets me in the zombie games, it really is.
Yeah, the audio is pretty intense in some of those games. It's pretty gnarly.
And they feel like they're right next to you. And you're like, oh, yes.
That's true.
But for now, we got Jackbox and we got I keep calling it Dig'em, but I can't remember.
Hey, close enough. You do dig. That is true. There is mining in the game. Yeah, Dinkum is basically Australian Animal Crossing. When you look at it that way. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's a way to describe it.
There's a long warm-up. I'm messaging the last person on my online Discord list, which...
Of course.
Just to let everybody know, just so they don't miss out on the drum.
Well...
Alright. Ouch.
Yep.
I hit my
knee. It's good to reach out. I know sometimes it's not so easy to get me on.
Okay, so we got Gooseman. Yeah. Gooseman waved hi and said 1 sec, picking up some leafy greens. Hey, yo. Same.
Yay!
Let's go.
Magic lettuce. We do like that.
Glassy said, hey, Smoke Show, what do you know? We know some drama, and we're gonna talk about it.
Get your pinkies up.
Yeah. Get your tea. It's time to spill it. And then Medicate420 said, howdy, tell Mama Panda we will run some COD one day, laughing face. And then,
oh my god, yes.
We're spilling the tea tonight. I'm drinking, so I'm all in, Glassy said. Nice, very good.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys probably don't know about this drama situation. Mama Panda also does not know and has avoided consuming any content on it, so we're all going to be hearing it from me today and Hasan, featuring Hasan, because Mama Panda especially loves Hasan.
I do. I should start a Hasan MILF club.
That would actually be so sick. And then you guys could have a book club and tea time and do all these different group activities.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody has the different cliques. Because I'm sure there's enough MILFs to make a big enough group where it's there's gonna be cliques in the group. There's the crochet clique and the Pilates clique.
I would not be surprised if it actually already. I'm Googling it right now.
You're wait, hold up. I might need to just join an established group, actually.
Exactly. Oh. Hi.
Yorick in the chat, hitting the politics streamer arc a little early, aren't we? No, actually, here's the thing about it. Okay, I understand Hasan is usually a politics streamer, but he is speaking on an issue that is actually a civil and personal issue. So it's technically more of a drama talk. Now, there are, like,
It's
trigger warning for people. There is going to be sensitive content in this.
yes. That's why
and
it's
it does
18
cover
plus.
serious issues. Did you know he was a
Yes.
dude bro pickup artist 10 years ago? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mama Panda knows that.
Yeah, I was very sad he didn't pick up artist me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna imply. I'm glad you just pulled it out and said it. Yeah, no. Hasan. So I'm a pretty long time fan of Emaru. Mama Panda is a pretty long time fan of Hasan, and I would say probably most of the other streamers that might be mentioned I've probably watched more than Mama Panda, but they're not necessarily like, I don't want to take sides or anything, but like I'm not really like as committed of a fan, I'll be honest. And if they watch this and they hear that and they know who I'm talking about, then say something to me, you know? Like, say something is the thing.
Exactly.
Make me know why I should be your fan still. That's all I'm saying. I know you be watching people talking about this issue, so if you do catch...
I think I do know who you be talking about.
Is it obvious? Is that obvious? Anyways, for the people who don't know, we'll go ahead and jump in the video. Are you all comfy, Mama Panda?
That was some hot tea there. Thought I hurt myself.
She said,
But I'm good. I'm ready.
All right. Let's press play on it.
The reason why I every now and then have to step in and say something is because I command a fairly large audience, and someone has to do it. The pendulum will not swing unless someone is there to swing it in the opposite direction. You have to make it swing. Asmongold turns up the heat after Hasan Piker's comment on the Emaru situation. These woke narratives need to ramp up. Wait, what? When did I even comment on the Emaru situation?
Can you hear it all right?
Yes.
Dude, his response, wait, what? When did I even comment? And honestly, I felt that because when I saw this video, I was like, I have not heard him comment on it. And I watch Fear and...
I was going to say.
And
yeah,
all this stuff, like...
I haven't seen the Emaru apology.
Yeah. No, sorry, I unpaused too soon. What did you say?
No, you're right. I haven't seen anything about saying anything either. I honestly thought maybe he was just gonna not get involved.
Yeah, I mean, considering that there are certain aspects to this that are legal, like, I understand why he hasn't spoken up, right?
Exactly.
Until now, so I am curious why now.
Stuff. I was gonna talk about it because like Asmongold apparently, like Emaru got yelled at because woke is back.
We do have to do something about this, and I will continue. Like I think I might ramp up my hostility.
Go ahead.
Oh my god.
Hey, Lord. Whoa.
Asmon said, I might ramp up my hostility, and fucking Hasan immediately, go ahead then, do it, catch me outside.
It is, but like, was that,
they've been having a little beef for a while, right?
Yes, because, Asmongold, way more right, they used to be closer, politically. Asmongold became a political speaker. He got out, like he still does gaming, but he started doing more acting and commentary, especially when he got with for Heard and Johnny Depp.
Oh.
And so yeah, that brought people like, you know, to his content. He was very quick on commenting those things. So I'll have to admit, Asmongold definitely opened up his audience by staying on top of things.
Interesting. What's up? I know Hasan Piker. Yeah, Mama Panda loves Hasan Piker. I watch him sometimes too. He's commenting on a situation with another streamer that I watch. Only streamer I trust. I respect that about you, bro. It's a Draylock, ma.
Oh, I respect that about you.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah.
That means stuff because oh no! Let's not talk about it. Hold on. Let's just watch the video, okay? Let's just see what Hasan has to say, okay? Let's just hear him out.
Good thing I'm not in chat. Sounds like.
Treylock, do you know he said the Emmy stuff question mark because she is a hack. Do you know about Ms. Kiff and OTK and all that? I'm gonna go ahead and start the video again.
Okay. Ramp up your hostility. Suck my.
God damn, bro.
Smoke him if you got him, baby.
Whoa.
Oh yes. Go ahead.
That's
Go
right.
ahead, baby. Keep going.
He's really
oh
laying
yeah.
on
I'm gonna,
thick.
Wait,
I'm
hold
gonna
on.
get the sweatiest
Let's just
losers to be.
Let's just pause them because I'm getting. Hold on, I gotta think straight. Okay, there's nothing like a man who just be like, "Let's go." Not even a man, just a person that's like, "Let's go, let's go." You want to bring the heat? Kitchen, I definitely love that. Okay, I'm good now.
He's responding, Draylock, in case you missed it, to Asmund. And I guess, is Asmund... What, did I read Asmund, Emaru, and Esfand are the owners of OTK?
Yes.
So that is a little...
Or Nick is too, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, huh. That's a good point.
Mm.
And then... Tectone, Asmund, and Emaru had the Steak and Eggs podcast there for a minute. Tectone also kind of flying off, dealing with some drama, separate thing. What did you say?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I said yes. I remember watching that podcast. And, like, Emaru is like one of the people that there's like a video of when she went to Asmongold's place, and it's like, okay,
yeah,
okay, yeah,
yeah.
So you know they definitely done quite a bit of content together.
I don't know. I know. What's that noise?
The cat.
Maybe just the cat. Gamble streamers. I know that. What's his face? XQC is a big gamble streamer, but I don't know about who all in OTK.
XQC is OTK. Oh, same.
The main issue is if you have no integrity, why should I care? It's the bare minimum to have decent political takes. For sure. Yeah, I feel like that makes sense. And Asmund is a racist piece of shit. Yeah, I mean, for sure.
He's definitely
hands down. I think he's pretty...
Yeah, he's not sugarcoating it.
He's not.
And I don't know how much of like Hasan you watch, but Hasan has been
very openly against.
Started leaning to the right. At first, it was a playful like banter between the two of them in a sense, and it ended up like either Asmongold believes the stuff that he's saying, or he's just leaning so far right. Because he is now the largest political streamer. He is bigger than Hasan.
Yeah. That's, yeah. It is
so like
crazy.
Bigger than Hasan as a political streamer, that's a lot of money. We're looking at so much money. So
and Hasan and
I'm...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Saying, like, I'm not saying I agree with Asmongold if he's just leaning that way.
But if he's in it for the money, then he's definitely making the money.
Exactly, you know. So I don't know what it is, but he's definitely changed.
Yeah, he's definitely changed, and I do remember the turning point where like they were going from banter for the sake of banter to like Hasan legitimately being like, "You don't actually believe this, do you?" And then like Asmund low-key being like, "I kind of do, actually."
Like, I kind of do.
And I'm really only saying sorry so my fucking Twitch gets unbanned. Like that's kind of how it came off.
Well, it did. I mean, I think for me, when I saw the turning point, I stopped watching Asmongold as much, or pretty at all. And then I'd see
Dre's so ahead on Hasan.
Yeah, where he would say things like, you know, just really
feather do flock
out of
together.
pocket that you think he got to be doing this for the clicks, but I don't know.
Cat's up to no good for sure. Yeah, Tectone is a straight up assaulter. And it's been like, oh my god, so fucking sick. Like, gross. Like, makes my stomach ill to see how people just like fucking circle jerk his ass in his stream. I can't help it. It's like watching a train crash. I gotta check in on them occasionally and be like, oh fuck, this asshole's live again. And I look at it and he's just being a fucking asshole. And it's just so disappointing. And I mean, I think sometimes I'm like, maybe this will help me understand the mindset of people who have been this kind of asshole to me. And it genuinely, like, it doesn't. It just seems so delusional. And that's just a whole separate issue. Like, I don't think I've even gotten into the Tectone case details with Mama Panda, but part of the reason why I have continued to watch all these guys is because they're actually the ones who are like just dishing out each other's business, like all each other's dirty laundry, to try to be like, yeah, well, this guy's worse. Well, this guy's worse. So like Mizkif and Tectone pointing fingers at each other all the time, exposing each other all the time. Like, it's actually just so wild. I don't know. So the drama,
it's like,
the trauma is deep.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
It's very deep. I don't know. I know the different owners of One True King, but like, if there's anybody who's got any kind of sense, I would completely overhaul that freaking org.
Yeah. Draylock said it's easy to grift when you're a bigot because bigots don't have to have any integrity. You can lie and get attention for big bucks. That's a very solid, true statement.
That's so...
They only hate Hiker because he doesn't let them hide. So true. So
very true. Oh my gosh. That's...
As a black guy, I don't have the benefit of ignorance because they will always target people like me. Real. So if Emmy is happy to chill with abusers and racists, then she is comfortable with terrible people.
Ooh. Draylock, that's some heat. Look at that.
You like my shirt? Yeah, Draylock, that was savage, Draylock. Thank you so much for the biddies. Hey, let me give you a little shout out. Yeah, that's
I'm curious.
Real talk for sure. And I think that, most of us in this community are gonna be on the same page with that. What's up?
I agree. The only thing I might consider, like, because an owner and their owner, what is, do you sell out now while there is this drama and the value of your whatever shares are lower, or do you stick in, help build it up, and then sell when it's hot? But then that means you have to hang out with bigots and rapists and bad people while you build it up. So it's
we're all finding out about this stuff, but I mean, like, when you work with people, like when you work in a new office, you don't know everybody and you don't know their backgrounds or who they are as people until after you've worked with them for a while, right? And so I imagine that from a professional point of view, like, Emmy didn't get into business with all these people knowing that they were capable of the things that they've done. I think she just saw an org and stuff. And again, I don't want to like do too many spoilers, but Emmy is also just a human. And like, it's really easy for all of us to look at the situation from the outside and be like, hey, it's so obvious. Hey, like, this and that. Because like, these people are showing us like a little window of their life through the screen. But in person, everybody that's all these streamers that we know, like, engaging with each other when the camera's off, it might and probably does look a lot different. So
they could hate each other when the camera's off. How many television shows is it out there where you find out later that the main characters did each other?
Right.
Yeah, right. And so like, streaming is still like, it's not new to us, but it's still new to the general public of entertainment. And kind of like when rap started and there were a lot of predatory record labels and artists getting screwed and people not understanding, you know, the legalese of it. I think that, you know, now again, I'm not excusing anybody's bad behavior. I'm just saying, like, a lot of people don't exactly understand all of the intricacies of that. But at the same time, Dave Chappelle did just disappear and walked away from $55 million because he felt that his comedy was being used in a way to bigotry. At least that's
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's at least what I recall the reasoning being. You know, like, and he was like, I don't know, in an interview, I remember him saying, like, one day he just like listening to all these white people make jokes that were supposed to mean something, and it just let them be more bigoted. And he was like, I don't like that.
Being ignorant is fine, but to continue on after the facts are known shows they are comfortable with it. They feel safe knowing they aren't the target, so they can support this bad behavior. I don't think that Emaru actually works with any of those people anymore. And if she's in the same org, like, that's legal paperwork, but just like as a spoiler, like, I don't think that she actually is directly involved with any of those people at this point. And so I would not, like, I wouldn't feel confident suggesting or implying that she is comfortable with anything they've done or supporting them in any direct way. As far as, like, contracts go with, like, paperwork of organizations you're involved with, I don't know what the details are of their contract and, like, how that might put her in a compromising position or not, but at this point she's not filming. The Steak and Eggs podcast, I don't believe, is active.
Oh, that says something.
Yeah, and I think that does say something. So they had actually kicked Tectone off before from that podcast, and then I think it just ended entirely. Let me double check on, because that was the last big thing that I know Asmund, Emaru, and Tectone had going on together. But it did feel oftentimes like Emaru was kind of just being used as the token girl for that podcast.
Yep, I felt that.
Which I don't think is necessarily her fault. She's in the same office as them, so it looks like.
I am curious if, because of different controversies that's happened with content creators, you know, it seems like every year we're finding more and more are very not good people.
Right.
If new legal contracts, if like, would there be an integrity clause in a contract?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
If some fuck shit happens, I shouldn't have to be expected to continue to work with this person. That's compromising for my career and for my own personal well-being.
Exactly. I think if that should be in there. That should be in there, in my opinion. And you can, anybody here that's blows up or whatever, put that in there, because then that will protect you to where you can be like, no, I know I was supposed to be on that big show we were going to do next week, but you raped a girl last week. So,
right. And I don't want to fucking be in the same room as your ass. Like,
exactly. I don't that. So, like, I'm here, and, like, because I'd be sick to my stomach if I had to work with somebody who was like that. Like, that I was aware.
Yeah, for sure. If you don't call out bad... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just like, I'd probably call in sick or hit that one or the other. I don't want to say both, but I just can't imagine.
Yeah, like how you might react in a situation like that. I mean, yeah, and it's probably also slightly complicated because in this kind of industry, like, rumors, lies, and things, like, can be made up about you all the time. So leading up to the point where these people have court cases that like show matter-of-factly what has happened or what has been agreed to be the story between the two parties in the courts.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, entertainment.
Yeah. But at that point, it is hard to like be like, okay, well, you know, I've listened to like it. You're saying that it's just people making stuff up on the internet for so long, but at that point, it's like, yeah, okay, this seems a little too legitimate to deny or try to pacify with just industry rumor mill kind of industry grapevine shit. Draylock saying, if you don't call out bad behavior, you support the behavior. Silence is acceptance. Big truth there. Because it allows people like that to spread misinformation and bigotry. Real talk for sure. Yeah, and I think that's a really important message right now with the state of the world. It's always important.
It sounds like that might be why Hasan is thinking.
That's a good point.
I don't want to jump the gun. I kind of get the vibe from him just because I've watched him enough that he something has set him to where he's like, okay, yeah, now.
Yeah.
Something new.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I know a lot of people have done videos on it, so I think there has been a lot said, and it's good to see people close to the scene saying something. So we'll start the video again here.
Be even more sweaty. Bring it on. I've been dealing with this for the record. They're pretending that it happened because her head mod said Hasanet. Yeah, her head mod, who apparently is Asmongold's moderator as well, from what I understand, was still calling me out. Even in that like inception of Emaru responding to her head mod that created this entire ordeal for her. Okay, the head mod was also still making a fuck Hasan joke, it seems.
Or the people online that are pushing these woke narratives. I think we might need to ramp it up and be even more militant and aggressive at these people.
Bring it on. Suck my
do. I think we have to be a lot.
Y'all are both getting one guy. I don't think anyone cares about this one. You're wrong, because the numbers actually disprove what you're saying. Even on Twitter, which is supposed to be a neo-Nazi shithole, there were thousands, hundreds of thousands of impressions on this. Okay? So you're absolutely wrong on this.
More militant and aggressive at them. 100%. Because if you're not, they'll do it to you.
Militant and...
I'll link you guys like one of our Twitter communities. If one of the mods wants to link the Twitter community, we have road train.
He's literally talking about organizing harassment brigades. Yeah, you got Normies making fun of Emery. Yeah, you're wrong. Asmon is starting to steal takes and words from both you and Mike now. I know. Mike from PA has been going hard on this, and you said 10 words and they come at you. Yeah, because once again, I am seen as like the beacon of woke for these people. I've talked oftentimes about, yeah, look, this person said this has no significance whatsoever. This has 41 million views, dude. 41 million views. Oh.
That's wild. Asmon's...
It may not have...
What?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to read chat. You go first.
Oh, yeah. I was just going to say, I mean, it may not have significance to that commenter, that chatter, but the 41 million views, like the stats are there. Like it's significant to somebody. Yeah.
Like the chatter may be right. It's not significant to that specific chatter, but at the end of the day, Hasan's right. The numbers show that for him with his career, this is a significant thing. Like, you gotta trust the numbers. I mean, that's what runs the whole freaking show at the end of the day. Draylock said, Asmon's name to fame is living in his own filth and being actively stupid. And that's why he started following the right...
Okay.
Never mind. I was gonna say that's why he started following the alt-right shit, because he is
the right, alt-right, whatever you want to call it.
Stupid. Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely, I don't know, he's definitely something.
The living in his own film has got to be a mental illness. I don't know. I mean, or maybe he just genuinely doesn't care. But like.
Don't know. Like it's like when his mother was alive, that it wasn't that bad. So I'm wondering, and I don't know his dad, right?
Yeah, right.
But there are some people who were raised where the women were the only ones who did the cleaning.
Right.
And
right.
so they, like,
I see what you're saying.
No, right? No, not to my great uncle that I had.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. A great uncle that when his wife died and he was in his 70s, grandma went to go visit him or something. It was he hadn't washed his clothes in forever. He just thought he didn't know how to use the washing machine. He didn't cook. He was opening up canned
food and just Google stuff.
Eating it.
And even then, you have to know how to Google stuff. Like,
so she was like, and they introduced him to some ladies at the church. Got married within like a few months.
Yeah, it sounds like out of practicality more than anything.
Exactly.
Sounds like a business agreement.
Yeah, he was like late 70s, and she was like early 60s.
This is why married men live longer.
It is. Some married men. I'm not saying all. I'm just saying some. So I'm wondering, because the men outlived the last woman in the house, if that's why things got the way they got.
I think it's just like depression.
Young enough to. Just the man, a multi-millionaire, made. Oh my God!
Yeah, that's the other thing that makes me feel like. Does he have some kind of mental illness? Because he literally just only spends money on World of Warcraft, and he has plenty of money, and he's not buying a new house. He's not fixing anything in his house. He's not buying freaking fancy cars to flex on like his socials, because like that also gets the views. Like all these like things that would be considered like business, like expenses because of the nature of their career. All these things that other streamers do. He just like does not prioritize any of it, and like does not seem interested. He also like, I don't want this to just become an Asmon stream right now, but like he also just doesn't seem like genuinely interested in like dating and stuff, which totally cool, that's fine, but it's just like every time that he has had a girlfriend, like I wouldn't date him, like he just does not seem very invested in his relationships,
which makes me think that Draylock, if it's him who said that the Asmongold believed what he's saying, because if he's in it for the money, what is he spending the money on?
Right.
And it's money on whatever he wants. But if it was like, makes sense, he's in it for the money because he's got multi-million-dollar homes and he pays for a personal chef, so and he has a personal assistant.
If he isn't spending the money.
Yeah. Which is like, and it's not like he's got kids.
His dad might have like debts and stuff. I don't know if he's helping him with that or what. And then like obviously like health expenses and stuff. But even still, like he is making a lot of money. I don't think that's taking all of his money. And I feel like you would at least be open about that if that were the case, especially after being so open about his mother's experience with her health. So I'm thinking, if it's like I said, if it's Draylock's the one chatter who made that comment, I might be leaning towards Asmongold believes his own BS. Yeah, I mean, how long can you play a character before you become them, right?
Oh, nice. Put that on a t-shirt. Merch department means need to start a merch department.
Yeah, we do actually have a merch line in the works.
Nice. I do like that one. And my ADHD made me just forget it.
It's okay, I wrote it down. That's kind of the point. So Draylock, before we start the video again, said, and that makes certain groups comfortable because they want to be allowed to harass without consequences, especially when we have people like Asmon and, I don't know this one, clavicular.
Oh, yes, clavicular.
Making young men actively worse. Yeah, I do think that they are definitely manipulating and taking advantage of young men who, are just looking for community, and that's really sad. I mean, I don't think these men look at it as they're being victimized, but they are, and that's how I feel about it. Now, young boys think being loud, annoying, and rude is a show of masculinity. Yeah, toxic masculinity is deeply embedded in the patriarchy, and when I say things about like taking down the patriarchy and like,
you're talking
not liking toxic masculinity and like talking about equality and equity, it is because it harms everyone involved. So the men who think that they're like benefiting from the patriarchy or benefiting from toxic masculinity, like I think it is more harmful than it is beneficial. It's surface level benefit.
It harms men, women, and all genders.
Yeah.
When we are kicking down and we are not lifting each other, that hurts all of us.
Right. Oh man, I saw this awesome post and I shared it recently, but now I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was just about how toxic masculinity can only get you so far.
After that, you need money. Oh, I'm sorry.
After that, you need money. That's right. That's what it said.
I'm sorry. That's a voice inside me that thinks it's funny.
Yeah, I don't see my story archive, but that I think was the general message anyways.
Yeah.
It treats manhood as a hierarchy.
Yes.
Something issues with that is there needs to always be someone better or on top. There will always be more winners than losers. See, okay, E and I were driving the other day, and this person was like trying to speed past us on the right, and I was just like watching. They just end up one car ahead, you know? That we all end up in the same area, same slowdowns, and I just thought about it. I'm like, I was telling him out loud, like, we're all like, there's no front of the line when you're on the freeway. So like when you're like cutting somebody off and everything and you're all like, oh, now I'm like one car ahead of them, like I'm gonna get like closer to the front. We're all like on the same road. There's no like, if you just look at it through the perspective of like where I'm at is my front, like my point of view like is right here, then like, so the same, I'm using this as like maybe a stretch, but a bit of an example of the idea that there always has to be like somebody on top, like who's the best, who's the best one in the room. We're all on the same burning planet.
Yeah, we're all sinking ship.
Yeah, so at this point, who really cares who's the strongest in the room or whatnot, unless it's like for a practical purpose. Like, we all have our strengths and our flaws, and I just don't know why people are so fixated.
It's like, well, I look at it as, this is maybe making it even more simple, is like, have you like ever actually watched like crabs get cooked in a pot?
Right.
Live crabs? I have, and I'm curious, so I'd always like look, and Lola be like, stop! You know? If you do, like, they're chilling, and then when it starts to get hot, they will pull each other down and get, they get one or two on top, and then they'll pull the other one down. And I would sit there and be like, well, if they would just cooperate, they could literally climb out of this pot. It's not that deep of a pot,
right?
And I know we didn't even need to have the lid on, Lola just had it on there. So I would stop playing with the food. And, but that's how human beings tend to act, is we're always afraid somebody else is going to get more and there's not going to be anything left for us. People did that with the pandemic and toilet paper. It was like,
that
really?
Was
like paper has not been invented for very long. Okay, guys, like water and a bucket and soap exist. you wash your ass every time, like you shower or take a bath. So like you could just do that, but in the toilet. And like I'm Filipino and like, well, I'm an American citizen, but I'm from the Philippines. And so like I grew up learning to use pabo, which means bucket. And it's a little bucket you use because paper is a luxury in the Philippines. It is, and there's Filipino Americans that were like, what did we stock up on? Rice and soy sauce. That's what we stocked up. Because I was like,
if everything collapsed, would the plumbing system even work? Like, I feel like everybody was just, I'm sorry, maybe I'm just getting off on a tangent there, but like,
oh no, if you're
preparing
thinking like
with toilet paper, but like, wouldn't there be better?
No,
Excuse me.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
They were just more concerned about like the supply chain and not necessarily society collapsing.
Okay.
The water system would continue to work for a good period of time. We're looking at like, because a lot of things are computerized now, like dams are run by computers and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people would need to die for that to not work.
Draylog said, so then we get arbitrary categories. What makes a man? Well, I get to decide, because if you can't bench 415, then I can say you're not a man. More losers than winners. Sorry for the typo. Oh yeah, there will always be more losers than winners. Right. So
Agree.
I mean, yeah. It is definitely arbitrary, and
it is very arbitrary because, and if you look, like it's the beauty standard, that's another arbitrary thing.
True.
Looks through time, what considered
looks in
attractive.
Different cultures even.
Yeah, different cultures, different time and generation. So it's like,
oh, you think about the size 0 or 00 didn't exist before. It's actually, we invented, like, it's new. Historically, it was not the case. And the only reason why we have old clothes that are smaller sizes is because those clothes didn't get worn very much. Because all of the clothes that were worn regularly by people throughout history were, real sizes.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah.
So
and it's like, and there are people, everything's on a bell curve. There are people that are really tiny, there are people that are really big, but like considered like the average size has fluctuated over some. And who decided that? Like, who did that like big butts were in, and like Kim Kardashian supposedly got butt implants, and then nope, now you need to be really skinny, and then those things were removed, supposedly. I don't know, allegedly. Right. But like she definitely, her body has changed the years, and it's like who is setting those standards? And it's very much like people who refer to people as sheeple, like it's like, oh, I want to stick out, I want to be different, so then I'm gonna look like this. And the next person goes, oh, they're getting attention because they're different, so I want to be different too. And then different becomes the same because everybody's doing it.
Right.
And then the cycle changes. Like, I think that's, but going on to a totally different tangent on, but yes, gender, there is sex, as in what you're, genetically equipped with, male or female, right?
Or intersex, or and then, what have you.
And then there's, exactly, intersex and what have you. And then there's gender. And I think gender, what is a man, what is a woman, if we just do the,
gender expression.
The two. Yeah, that's...
You just try to limit the genders down to 2 primary genders.
No, I wasn't. I was trying to say that...
Your non-binary child will just sit here and listen to you talk about 2 No, I'm kidding. Please, for the... Please, audience, understand that is a joke. She's actually very supportive.
No, I was saying that is a construct that is made up.
Yes, there you go.
Gender is a construct that is made up, and only decide what that is to you. And
we got there with only a little bit of harassment from me.
A little, exactly. I was younger. What would be I don't know what they would call it in today's standards, vocabulary and I love learning new words, but they called me a tomboy, you know? And it was like, I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
Is it? All I knew is like I didn't know how to do makeup and look like
because of that meme tomboy hooters.
Interesting.
Like femboy hooters, tomboy hooters, goth hooters, yeah.
It was
hey,
at least what
ostentatious. How you doing? We got some more comments here in chat.
Okay, let's go. I can talk forever. So
gender is a social construct. That's so true. The difference between man and woman is constantly changing. 100%. I think it is 100%. Easier for me to look at it as like a masculine and feminine type of thing. Like if somebody cares about their gender enough to tell me what it is, then like I'll call you that. That's fine. But like for me personally, like I experience things on like a scale of masculine and feminine day to day. So it's just something that like society generally treats me as a woman, and that's fine. And I've had some people treat me more like a man, and that's fine. I'm not really bothered either way. I don't really care. Because I don't really...
I mean...
I think I struggle to identify with labels in general. Which definitely is complicated for people who need labels to survive in the world. But I don't think there's anything wrong with needing labels to survive in the world. I just think that in my experience, it's been more harmful to me. I was telling E this recently. Basically, like when I tell somebody a label, then suddenly I am all of their expectations of that label and not who I am as a person. And they stop trying to get to know me as a person because of that.
I mean, I can, okay, to personalize it myself. Okay? Yeah. So I'm going, getting to know myself and all of that jazz. And so I'm seeing someone, but I'm seeing many because I'm poly, but the person I'm seeing the most, right? Someone referred to them as my boyfriend. And I was like, that's fine. Cause they, are someone,
excuse me,
that would fit. I was comfortable with that title. I was like, that's cool. But then when I talked to them about the him again, let's just call him Bob, so I have a name.
Okay.
Bob, the boyfriend.
Bob the builder. I don't know why.
The builder. Oh, that's just the neurodivergent leaking out, honey.
I know. Sometimes it happens. Sorry to interrupt.
No, but I'm telling them about Bob and how Bob is really busy and like and I was like, inside they were saying, well, if he's not initiated, then he's not into you. And then I was like, what? And I thought about it, and there was a little voice inside me that was like, oh yeah, he should court you, he should do this and he should do that. And I was talking to him, thinking do I?
Yeah.
Is that what boyfriend means to me?
Right.
And it's like, no, that's not what boyfriend means to me.
Right.
Because it isn't. And it's
everybody should be able to have autonomy of their own, relationship they're trying to build with someone, for sure.
Well, exactly. I mean, I've always subscribed to the only people who set the parameters and boundaries of your relationship are the people in it. Everybody else can go shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
As long as it's consenting adults. But they did start to judge my partner in a negative way because they were not doing what that person thought Bob should have been doing.
Oh.
As my boyfriend, Bob should have been doing this, and Bob should have been doing that. That's what I was talking about. And it was like, oh, well, okay, wait, no, that's not we're not traditional like that. So that's I'm not into labels either. But there are certain labels that do change people's behavior, and it's and boyfriends seemed like not as complicated as oh, well, we're in a committed relationship, but in an unconventional, not by conventional definitions of what that is. Mm-hmm. That's really long. I thought I'd be like, yeah, boyfriend. And they were like, he's a vet. Because, he doesn't do these things. And I'm like, okay, odd. I'm happy with him. So good thing you're not dating him.
Yeah, definitely. Ostentatious Corvid said, and those what is a man types will be happy to tell you you're less of a man than them, but God forbid you decide you're not a man at all. Oh no, they can't have that. As a trans woman, I frequently joke that I got so sick of men's crap that I decided to stop being one. And I just thought that was so great. That's such a good line.
I love that. Oh my god, I love that. Oh, shot that. That might be on a t-shirt.
That is really funny, girl.
Or a pillow. That's something. I just want to cross stitch onto a pillow.
Yeah, that seems like a cross stitch worthy thing for sure. All right, we'll go ahead and start the video up again. We have not made it very far. It's been an hour stream. This is an hour-long video, and we are 3 minutes in.
Oh my lord. Okay, I will shut up. I'll just enjoy.
No, we'll lock in. Let's lock in, guys. I can speed it up a little, but I already sped it up a little, so I'm worried about making it too fast.
Oh, Asmongold goes, hey, we got to get more aggressive. What are you going to do about it? Oh, we have a Twitter harassment community, so just what you've been doing already. What you've been doing already. Keep up. Keep at it. I'll keep tanking that. Let me tell you something. I was tanking that shit when no one else would take a stand. You think now I'm scared? Are you kidding me? Yeah, they're getting flamed into oblivion right now. Emeru's getting flamed into oblivion. Emeru's face when she asked to comment on ICE killing random people and racially profiled Americans, but she's just a bebe who cosplays and is friends with a bunch of grifters. I don't...
Holy shit!
Oh?
That's literally what Dreylog say. She's friends with a bunch of grifters. Okay, well, you know, I dated somebody who ended up being a grifter, and I didn't know, okay? And that doesn't make me a grifter. I just didn't know that they would do that. And how? Otherwise, I wouldn't have let them do it to me. I just think that maybe she's also potentially could be being used. I don't know. It's just a thought. But holy crap, I don't actually know this. I don't know what this is referencing.
Happened. This is different.
She was
yeah.
apparently asked. And yeah, she just literally cosplays. I don't know why somebody would ask her about that. I guess just because it's very current events and very, you know, influential, and she has big numbers. I mean, it would be good for her to comment on it to like show her support and everything. So seeing this meme without seeing the original source content is a little like, I'm sure she was shocked. Yeah, but at the same time, you gotta do something. You gotta say something. I mean, people are looking at you. Like, they are definitely implying that
big audience.
Yeah, so
we were just talking about how
you gotta say something. Yeah, it's neutrality if you don't say something. So the fact that I had no clue on this, I had no clue. I gotta admit that we're an hour in and I'm just not realizing what this video might be about. But I was so sure that it was about her other situation. So I guess we'll see.
Miskid related, but we'll see.
With Emeru, okay, I don't have no issues with Emeru whatsoever. But let's be real, it is odd that she is like directly aligned with a bunch of these kids, right? It's weird because it was her head mod that asked her about ICE while attacking Hasan. Did she set this up with her head mod to open an attack on the left? They're coming after her when no one even asked. It's not my fault. All your close friends are Nazis. I don't think this is like a grand conspiracy, Michael from Pennsylvania. I think Ali Kitty, her head mod, was just basically making a joke. So what are your thoughts on ICE, Hasanet? It's so dumb. Like, what is the streamer saying?
Hasanet at Emeru.
That's one of the mods. Hasanet is a mod. One of Emeru's mods. Oh, that's interesting.
Validate.
ICE validated makes no sense. If a streamer saying ICE is not that consequential, then why do you guys mod so much? Yeah, I think Hasanet is code for Cinna, right? They have to turn everything back to, they have to basically turn everything back to like something that like iPod people hate ICE, as though that's the reason why Cinna has an opinion on ICE. They're so stupid. Yes, they were making a joke about Cinna. The story starts with Cinna and all these other content creators that are now coming out, and Cinna has been there since day one. Let's be real. Talking about how ICE is fucking ridiculous. Abolish ICE.
I'm so sorry. The captions are not understanding that he's saying Cinna, and that's so weird.
Yeah.
All the stuff.
No.
Okay. Yes, I know her head mod is also Asmongold's mod. Pretty clear they were subtweeting Cinna in my view. Yes, they were doing that. Cinna was saying ICE, and her head mod, Emeru's head mod, was saying, you know, Why is Cinna also known as Hassanet in this situation? Sean watched the VOD. The context that Emery was going to China, so the joke was that Emmy is Hassanet. Oh, okay. Because she's going to China too. And by the way, what's crazy is like, like Cinna has friends of all different backgrounds. Like she's done a pretty solid job. Like overall, I don't, you know, yeah, she has like a lot of reactionary.
We fucks with Cinna. Cinna's one of the people who stepped up to support Emmy through everything that she's been going through. And, you know, I like Cinna's dad. It seems really cool. She's able to take a joke.
Is Cinna and Hassanet the same person? Right?
That's what it sounded like he was saying, yeah.
Yeah, it confuses me because I thought Cinna is a streamer.
I thought Cinna is a streamer. Is it not the same person?
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Isn't Cinna a female?
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I guess I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah.
Very close friends that she has. She has a lot of reactionary, very close friends that are like insane, but like she lived with Bonnie, she lived with Cinna. You know what?
Yeah, no, it's the Cinna. Bonnie and Cinna are living together. Yeah, Bonnie also stepped up to be supportive for Amaru. So Bonnie, Cinna, and Amaru went on like a road trip around the time that things were really falling apart with all the guys. Like around the time when Amaru is basically making her great escape from all of these men who have been taking advantage of her. Which, again, well, like see. I don't know. I don't know. That's just, and maybe that's just me projecting, but.
You know what I mean? Like, these are people who aren't bad people at all. These are people who are very kind people, very nice people. I'm not just talking about their politics, right? You're 4 days late to this drama discourse, so everyone on our side is conspiracy and schizoed out. They're speculating about a relationship now. What? It's a huge self-report. They cannot possibly form opinions without getting notes from someone else, so they assume Cinna or whoever is getting their notes from you. Yeah. Like, what is this? Who sent ICE Trump? Who sent Trump democracy? Go protest democracy. Well, people are actually protesting. Yeah, she's like you because she goes to China, bro. She's ethnically Chinese. The f*** are they talking about? I know. So anyway, maybe the head mod was making a joke about like her going to China, and you know how she's turning into me or something, right? Whatever. But so what are your thoughts on ICE as a follow-up joke to this? Ends up getting her in a lot of trouble because she responds like this. And I'll be honest, like this is I saw some of this response. It's not very. It's a ridiculous response. Okay.
People wanting big content creators to like say their opinions on like important topics. I get that, right? But it's like. If you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to like get off the internet. Like, just stop. Like hello.
Like this.
Okay, before the song gets into
I got opinions too.
Okay, I was just gonna say really short. Like, I think that she's dealt with schizo-minded like stalkers and stuff, and I think that her saying that. I mean, I think it might be a fear response in, like, just, like, being exhausted by the schizos. But go ahead.
You're very kind.
I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psych doctor or anything. I'm just saying, like...
No, we don't know her. We don't know her intentions. We don't know... We can't read her mind. But I was just saying, like, your first thought is very kind of you, like, her having her fear. My first thought was, one... We're not asking you about politics. We're asking you about human rights.
Yeah.
Human rights and politics are different things. And yet, I agree. You need to have a streamer to tell you and talk to you about how to view your political.
And she specified a streamer that doesn't follow politics, which also shows a level of privilege.
Yes, but what I'm saying is saying I shouldn't comment on politics because I'm just a dumb streamer. That's basically what she's saying, and you're dumb if you need me to comment on that. What I'm saying is she was not asked about politics.
Yeah.
She was asked about human rights. So even though she's not a political streamer, she is a human being, and so your comment is not political. See what I'm saying?
Right. No, I follow what you're saying. And I was just thinking about the general concept that being in a position to say I don't really follow politics is a position of privilege, because you can't say that unless you're in a position where it hasn't affected you yet.
Yeah, because I mean, Hasan, that's true. Hasan, he got searched Remember? For a little while when Trump and him were kind of.
He's been stopped at the airport like almost every single time.
Yeah, exactly. Ever since, and so like.
He's been walked out of events. He's gone to protests.
So, that doesn't happen to the level of privilege of where she's coming from.
Yeah.
The people who are asking her that question don't have that privilege. That's why they're asking her that question.
She's clearly not educated on the issue because she said that. It is such a mainstream thought right now that saying I don't do politics, like just the idea of suggesting that you're not paying attention to politics in and of itself is ignorance, as well as like willful ignorance. Like, it's not that hard to see things, and if you're avoiding it for your mental health or whatever, that's fine, as long as you are educated on like how it personally affects you. You're not ignoring how it personally affects your loved ones, because if you turn around and be like, oh no, I didn't know that was gonna happen to you or somebody you care about, like, you have no excuse to not know that these things are happening. And it's just, it's so tone deaf, and like, it's very like, I
agree. It's coming off bad.
Yeah.
Now, Phil DeFranco has a that I like that says on it, you may not fuck with politics, but politics will fuck with you.
True. That's so real. You may not fuck with politics, but politics will fuck with you for sure.
Yeah,
and
that is
yeah, I think it just shows like how out of touch she is. I mean, she's got a sports car. She got a fucking mountain of Kirby's. Like, girl is so far from.
She ain't struggling for her next meal like some people are. Exactly.
And she's not getting kicked out of the country. Like, she's white passing enough, but she's also still Asian. But even then, she like never leaves her house. Like.
Yeah. Which I've actually talked to some white supremacists just out of curiosity, not support. And apparently, Asians kind of...
White passing Asians count.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you're a brown Asian like them Filipinos...
No, that's different.
I'm part Filipino. My mom's from the Philippines. I want to be so clear about that. I know I look white, okay?
Exactly.
Please chill. Please chill, people. But yeah, no, for real.
Yeah.
Much
wow,
love, like, you know, for the girl energy, but girl, you are fumbling with that statement for sure, hands down. Not even gonna lie.
I'm sorry.
No, not you, Emero, to be clear. Emero.
Yeah, I'm with her.
She fumbled that. She fumbled that for sure. I understand she may just be trying to voice some sort of thing that she's frustrated on, but I just don't think that was the time to do that.
Yeah,
I think
she might be trying to do a little PR thing of like, oh my god, I shouldn't, but again,
maybe just not commenting on it at all is like,
you know, it's probably
best
better
way to handle it, to like not affect her numbers. But like, I think it kind of would backfire based on hearing that a lot of people. I mean, she's got simps, though. She's got her loyal simps, but it's hard. Yeah.
Let's see
what Hasan has to say about it.
This take in and of itself is also like interesting, because like there are a lot of people, because she has a shared audience with Asmongold raids her all the time.
True.
They have a podcast together. A lot of her shared audience gets their notes from a political content creator, like it or not.
I do want to emphasize too that
true.
Asmon, I think, is also like a witness, and spoiler, Mizkif, I do believe, has pursued suing Asmon for defamation, but Asmon is not speaking on the issues of Mizkif right now, but he has been in the past on Emmer's side in that issue, and so while they may differ, or maybe they don't, we don't really know clearly since she's not speaking on her politics, regardless, he is a witness of some of the things that happened in that time period, and he is legally implicated at this point in that whole situation. So it is complicated. I think on a professional and personal level, it is a complicated dynamic that Asmund and Emaru share right now, and I'm with Draylock that by association it's bad, but as far as like the potential success in like being able to represent herself with witnesses, I can understand where she's coming from it from my personal experience of like, it may not be your best friend, but he rates her channel and he's willing to speak up for her. And in a world of fake friends, you know, sometimes you need to set your differences aside in order to make those adult things happen. And
my enemy's enemy is my friend until
right.
I stab them.
Until
or they stab me.
Exactly. You can't trust them fully, but if they are serving a purpose, you know, I mean, in this world, in this like dog eat dog competitive industry, I'm not naturally competitive myself, so I don't know that I'll ever be successful, but I do think that it's hard to find people who would do those things.
Yeah, that's true.
And speak up.
Yeah. I mean, she'll just release the tell-all book like a decade or so from now. That's all.
Yeah, yeah, and you know what? Good for her. Fuck it, but yeah, tough. It's an awkward situation.
But yeah, this is not a good moment for her right now.
No. But I also think that she's...
Are you one of her simps?
No, I was just gonna say mentally ill. She's been pretty open about it, actually. She has auditory hallucinations and stuff, and like... I just
it's like maybe one of those cases to be like, I don't have the emotional bandwidth to comment on that right now, in a good way.
It's possible, is because like, I mean, the case and everything that she has going is not concluded. I mean, we don't even know what all that entails still for her. So I'm sure there's a lot that we don't see that's happening behind the scenes that's compounding stress as well. But that's part of the gig, it seems like, for these people. Sadly.
Unfortunately, this is the grand design, and for me at least, I try to provide like some information for people. You know what I mean? I try to do like news coverage. I was with the DSA slate yesterday. I collaborate with you know, people who I align with ideologically, from you know, Zoran Mamdani all the way to congresspersons. Asmongold doesn't do any of that shit. He's just chirping like a reactionary mouthpiece, like a bot that's just like feeding into a machine, the most right-wing position that is palatable at the time. His audience loves that.
I don't like what? Like, how am I gonna? I don't know. Yeah, help.
I do think Hasan is more of a journalist, and Asmund is more of a scream into the void type of streamer. With their approach.
Like,
yeah, no, he's not gonna leave his house for anything.
Yeah, fair.
I don't know.
Like this, I'll be honest, this to me reveals that like she knows where her bread is buttered. Like she knows that like a big chunk of her audience is a bunch of racist chuds. And that's precisely the reason why she's trying to like not come out with a statement. And
I mean, we also got to keep in mind too, like at some point in her career, it's highly likely that most of the money she was making was from Asian fetishizing people. And so the concept that I don't think many people have to think about until they have to think about it is that women especially are kind of put in a position where there's a certain level that we're just supposed to accept as far as being fetishized and objectified. This is like level is okay because society says it's okay kind of thing, right? And so, I mean, yeah, she probably has had to think, oh yeah, there's racists in my audience for a while. I think being numb to it after a point could contribute as well to her, I would describe that as cavalier kind of attitude on the subject. I don't know. That makes me like, I don't follow her chat. Like if I don't watch like a lot of her stuff live. Yeah. And I, you know, and I'm not like a huge fan where I watch a lot of her things. So I that makes me wonder like if a good
portion of your audience logically do not align with you, why cater to them?
I mean, even my audience had people who were not aligned with my beliefs, and for a period of time there, you know, it takes them exposing themselves to be able to address it and to be able to know who to block and everything. But that didn't stop people from messaging me, like, when I would post something political, oh, honey, you're so cute. Oh, you're so naive. And, like, I had to deal with a lot of that to be able to be like, all right, you know what? I'm fucking done with these assholes. I don't need to put up with this shit. And you can block them and everything, but, like, they can keep making new accounts, you know? I mean, like, some of them might be lurking here now. Like, I don't know. And that's, like, part of the reality of it.
That's not what I guess maybe I said it wrong.
Like, no, okay, catering as in she's not trying to speak on the issue. She's staying neutral. So that would be catering. I understand what you mean.
That would be catering. Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. But it's one to have them in her audience. It's another to not to give a shit on what they think.
Yeah. To, like, not upset them. Hey, you know, for a while there, I just didn't talk about politics, mostly because, like, my live streaming was, like, an escape from, you know, dealing with all that shit. But then after a while, I just, like, stopped caring because, like, people would come in my chat and just say, like, rude stuff.
Anyways.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
So it didn't make a difference whether I spoke on it or not. And then, like, I still got a lot of, like, insane, like, I don't want to give it too much attention, but I've gotten some insane messages from people that I'm just like, dude, I don't fucking know you. Like, why are you being like this towards me? And all because they just are upset about, like, me having a different political view than them. Like, I think, like, the biggest thing is being able to talk about these things. And, like, I feel like people just are forgetting that we're, like, all adults and we don't have to all agree to treat each other like decent human beings.
With respect. Yeah,
like,
we don't have to...
We can have a conversation without screaming at each other. We can have a conversation without cutting each other out of our lives forever. I mean, unless you genuinely, like, don't want to see me living, like, I don't really see what the issue is as far as, like, how can you say that you stand for a democracy when nobody's speaking, like, in a respectful way towards each other, and, like, just, like, people are just, like, ending people's lives? Like, that doesn't feel like anybody's really keeping a discussion. Like, people are just making decisions and shit's happening, and, like, people are mad about it, rightfully so. And, like, you can't just tell people, oh, you, I don't know. You can't be mad about it. I'm like, I think it's very logical to be upset about everything that's happening right now. It's just a pure test of power between, I feel like, the government and the people, and it's really fucked up times we live in. The people have to stick together even if we're not on the same page on every issue. Asmon is a throw shit on the wall and let it stick streamer. Ew. But you're right.
No, that's true. That's true.
Clearly tell those people they aren't wanted, then they are comfortable with that environment. Yeah.
That's a good. You can only stick your head in the sand for so long. You know, you can only pretend things don't exist for so long before now you're being compliant. Does that make sense?
I mean, I've been told that I was wrong for blocking people in the past, like 10 years ago, because I didn't want to see their political fucking garbage, and then I stopped doing that because a bunch of people were like, wow, like, my friends and family are cutting me out of their lives because of my political garbage mouth, so, like, that's really rude. And I was like, okay, I'll stop blocking and unfriending people because, yeah, like, we don't have to agree on everything, but we should be able to talk about it. So, you know, if they're gonna be mean to me, like, then you don't get to stay on my page. But, like, if they're not being mean about it and we're just discussing, like, fucking adults that we have different opinions and we're not making any final decisions, like, everything's being voted on still, like, then that's all fair. But I don't know. I
And
still always end up in a
not-
situation where they say some mean stuff to me at some point. Like, they can pretend to be
Oh.
nice for a certain period of time, but eventually, like, they're still the ones who don't believe in my rights as an individual and, like, don't want me to be happy. Like, and so me being happy makes them upset.
Yeah, I think there is a level of that might be a different issue. It might be the parasocial issue, what that might be.
Yeah.
Saying it is. But there's a potential of like I am in your audience, therefore like I own, I support you, and that happens to big streamers and small streamers and anybody who's
Right.
on a platform where they can get access to you, like sending you a direct message. And so like, yeah, it is where it's like, oh, then you're supposed to be everything I think you are and everything
Right.
that I believe you represent. And the minute you say or do, like, you don't even have to say an opinion. Wear a shirt that like
Yeah.
there's just some people who become that parasocial, where it's a little.
It is freaky.
Yeah, it is a little freaky, and they do snap up on you. And for care what anybody says, if for your safety or your mental health you need to block people, then do so. That doesn't mean if it's someone in real life that you're blocking for whatever reason, I'm not saying that down the road you can't unblock them and try to
it's
reach
your
out.
space. You control it.
Exactly. So like if you need to block someone and then
do it.
Yeah.
Just block them. That's how I feel about it now. I just block people left and right. Don't feel like you're not blockable. I could block you any day. Bet.
I mean, if you treat me disrespectfully, if you talk to me like literally just the other day, I'm on like a interesting dating app, and I was like, texting this guy like back and forth, and no naughty talk or anything. It's just like general, like, oh, what are you interested? What are my interests? Oh, a little playful banter, and then suddenly just like a dick pic. And I was like,
ooh.
Oh, he's like, what do you think about that? And I'm like, we were just talking about a very non-sexual thing, and to me it was like, really?
Yeah, unsolicited. Like, it's 2026, y'all. Stop sending unsolicited. It's not that hard to be like, hey, you want to see it? I literally had some guy message me that the other day. Hey, do you want to see it? Like, thank you for asking. No, I'm not going to take that right now. But, I'll keep in mind that you want to send me one. And then when I'm feeling like it, I'll go ahead and message you. Hey, why don't you send me that eggplant? All right. But like,
exactly.
It's not that hard to just ask.
No
and it
explanation.
Doesn't take the fun out of it. In fact, it's probably better because, like, what if I'm at the gym or I'm at the cash register, Like, what if my fucking phone's just, like, on the counter? Like, I don't know. Who knows? Like...
Yeah. No, it's crazy. My first dick pic was an unsolicited dick pic.
And I hate that for you. I'm so sorry. Like...
Yeah.
But also, what the fuck?
Yeah. Actually, what I was going to say, this is back through, like, flip phone
That's
days.
what I was just thinking. I'm like, that really took a little more effort than
nowadays
it feels like.
There was no warning. It's when you like open the flip phone and then you like click like whatever. It's just there. There's not even like any kind of warning where you have to go into the messaging app and be like, oh, that says like image. No, you just open it. It was like you got a text. I got a text. Open it, and there it is. It was like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. That was my first one. And
hey, dick happens.
Yeah. Okay, just fell out, took a picture of itself, and texted you. That's not my fault.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I just dropped my phone. That's so crazy that it flipped open, took the photo, sent the file through text message.
That, like, measuring tape got next to like that.
I dropped the measuring tape, and it just happened to land like that. So crazy.
So no, like, and then here's the other thing. That guy got blocked. I'm still talking to a guy who said, I will never send you an unsolicited pic. I will only send you a dick pic when you ask, if you ever choose to ask. And I was like, oh, well, thank you. Yeah, so I was saying, thank you. I will keep that in mind.
That's a good dog right there. Good dogs deserve treats.
Oh,
Yeah.
they do. They do. He deserves his flowers. He's so far been very respectful, and we don't do a whole like, yeah. There's no dick pic.
Draylog said, especially because she was harassed at the one streamer event, but then she wants to cater to those same kinds of men, so that other women have to deal with her audience's behavior, Now, this area makes me feel a little cautious, because at what point are we victim blaming? You know, like, I am not trying to simp with that. I mean, I personally just think of, like, myself. If I was hearing somebody say that about me, how would I feel, without knowing, you know, like, specifically how Amaru feels about things. I can only know what I think and feel from the situation. And so obviously I wouldn't make the same choices and decisions that she has. She's living a totally different life than me, but can we blame people for other people's actions? Like, to what degree are they responsible for other people's actions? If I tell a man who's treated me like shit, hey, fuck you, you treat women like shit, and he already doesn't respect women and doesn't give a fuck about me, in my opinion, like, me telling him that he's fucked up doesn't make him not be fucked up to the next chick. And in my experience, that's been consistent. So
this is it does make me think of the thing that, you know, I know you've heard me say, but it's not, I heard from someone else, where it's like, men need to shame men who treat women badly.
Yeah, and I will say Draylog lives by that. I will say, I have witnessed Draylog give men shit who are being shitty and just call them out outright, and I respect that and I love that a lot. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm attacking Draylog right now by saying my opinion. I'm not attacking any of you in chat if you speak up. I just am gonna say what is on my mind, but yeah, it does require men. It does require men to speak to men, because these men aren't listening to women. And I don't want to, like, gender the issue, but the issue is gender. So, like...
Oh, right. Yeah, right now the issue is gender, not because, you know, but Amaru being a female, and Asmongold and his community tend to be predominantly male.
Yeah.
Talking about this because Hasan is suggesting that Amaru is having to deal with Asmongold's audience because they're in the same org and associate together. So it's like, yeah, there's a certain percentage of her audience that talks, because that is the audience that Asmongold caters to. And it is a fair question of, like, how long is it where I'm just not dealing with them? I don't want to, until it becomes where, like, most of your audience is that, and that is who you're catering to. And then now, you know, are you being true to yourself, or have you changed? Like, you know, like, if you changed it, and, you know, then say so. If, like, but to be like,
you guys have a good point.
I'm just a dumb streamer. Why are you asking me for my opinion? No longer relevant, because she is not a small streamer.
Yeah, and if she wants to still claim dumb on the issue, I mean, like, then have an org meeting decided statement that you make for the politics, not just I'm just a dumb girl, I don't know anything about just politics.
Like, I mean, you know,
just full on send it and be like, hey, this is what I was told to say, you know, and then, like, blame somebody else that you don't have anything to say. But, like, to boldly be like, yeah, no, I'm not fucking with all that, and y'all are dumb for asking me to, like, is definitely, I can see how it is catering to Asmon's audience. The issue is gendered, but when you build this kind of community, then you show that it's acceptable. Now I'm out, can't control individuals, but you can show what your audience will allow. Hasan has been very strict and blatant with his audience. Hasan has been very strict and blatant with his audience, and he still has really big numbers. So that's a good point.
He calls people out. Like, he will call them out, will block
big streamers. Reasonable.
No. So, I mean, if he can do that, then why can't?
Still be successful. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're both right. I mean, I can't say you're not right. all I can do is offer like another perspective from a personal stance. But even still, we can consider
angles.
personal feelings and all that as much as we want. At the end of the day, what happened is what happened, and that part is, not debatable.
That's no. What she said is what she said. We'll see what more is in there, but then also like may not know her motivations unless she actually puts a statement on.
Right, exactly. And I think, with enough people talking about how she's responded so far, it may be worth making a video on or making some sort of formal response officially. Like, even if it's just in her next stream. Clearly there's a lot of people talking about it, including Hasan.
Instead tackling the question itself, why are you asking me?
Huh?
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say I can think of a few streamers like had controversies pop up and were able to admit how they were wrong and took to change not only how their behavior is, but like how things are. Not to bring this up, throw any shade at anybody, but the first one that popped in my head is Atriarch and the deep fakes. Atriarch did not understand until he spoke to women and they told him how the deep fakes makes them feel violated and hurt, and like he put his money where his mouth is. And he worked at changing legislation, creating funds to help get deep fakes off. So like,
that's fucking awesome.
He's only
of a way he's to only resolve being an asshole.
Yeah, he did. Like, and he was off of stream for a while, and like he admitted it. Like, it was like, like he told the truth on how, and I don't need to get into all those details because it's out there if you're looking. But like, taking the time, it wasn't like I went and had therapy and I've learned things. No, he put his money and his time where his mouth is. He said, I did not know how much this hurts women. I am going to do stuff to change it. And has he, I'm not saying he changed it on a world level or this level, but he did help. He did something.
Yeah.
And I give him props for that.
At least he tried.
Yeah.
He could have done nothing. So.
Yeah, he could have just been like, so sorry, gone for a year, come back, like Cody Co did.
Yeah. It's kind of how I feel about like all the controversy around these like celebrities doing like charitable things, like, or philanthropic projects. Like, people are saying the dystopian, even E says it, like the dystopian aspect of like rich people have to decide who gets help kind of thing. And I'm just like, yeah, but at least they're doing something. There's a lot of rich people that aren't doing something. So, not to name names.
I mean, yeah, I'm glad that they are doing something, but I don't like I'm with him in the sense of like
it feels so.
It is very Hunger Games. Yeah, it is like like they get to decide. So that is where I do believe some social programs are necessary. It's just like how to fund them is usually what we're arguing about. Not us, but I mean like the political spectrum.
Yeah, the government. Yeah, it's weird times we're living in. Feels right. 1984 approaching.
Okay, but I want to be in the fishing group. They get to be near the ocean. Which district is that? Which district is that?
Right. I don't care about anything else, just that I have beach access.
I need beach access. I need that. They got fresh food. I can grow.
If we're gonna
be like in Hawaii again.
If we're gonna be second-class citizens, we might as well be on the beach. I can live by that.
That's true.
Draylock said, well, this issue, when you get into people's actual intentions, you fall into the issues of empathy sometimes. Sometimes, all the time. I suffer from empathy in such an extent that many of abusers have benefited from the capacity and depth in which my empathy can go. Okay. I'm very susceptible to manipulation. And that's not an advertisement.
No, that's not to
I'm not bragging. I'm actually suffering, and I'm just really trying to cope with it.
I mean, you are a streamer. They're just kidding.
That's right.
And a gamer.
We wouldn't be gaming and streaming, and we wouldn't turn to League of Legends after over a decade of not doing so if we were stable. So
you are a glutton for punishment.
After a certain extent, you know, it's like what could really happen now? That Don, that's not a real question. Don't answer that. Universe.
Don't answer that. And you know what else that makes me think? It's like you're the person who smoked cigarettes for the first time over the age of 18.
Yeah, that was also crazy of me. I'm all like, well, I'm gonna quit drinking now, and then I'm just like, better smoke instead. Okay, that didn't really make things easier. In fact, it made it harder. So I would not recommend that. Yeah, I was over 25 when I smoked, by the way. I was like well into my 20s. I had not like maybe I think I hit a cigar, but you don't inhale those.
You know. So like, wait. Let me get this straight. You don't really actually try nicotine until after the brain is fully formed.
That's
so,
right.
Okay.
And
this is a theory. Like, your brain is fully formed. I'm not gonna fuck it up. I can try nicotine.
That's what I thought. I guess.
Who knows?
But apparently, it's a lot deeper than just your brain being fully formed.
Oh, that's okay. I was trying to look cool, and it's a girl named Stephanie.
I was trying to not drink. I don't think mine's as fun as yours. Yours sounds way more fun. I want to know her. She sounds cool.
Not name and last name.
No, you're fine.
But, you know, she knows. Kidding. For all I know, she don't remember a thing.
Hey,
but yeah,
hit me up. I won't smoke cigarettes with you, but I'll think you're cool.
A year older than me.
Aw.
But she was so tall because I hit like 5'2" in 7th grade and never grew again.
Never grew again.
And I was just like, I don't know. To me, she was like so cool, and I wanted to be just like her. And she smoked cigarettes, and her mom did, and it was just like, yeah, I was very susceptible to suggestion. I'm like, sure, will that make me cool like you, right?
So I get it from you.
The neurodivergent? Honey, I think you get it from both genetic pools.
Sadly true. And the third option that I created myself by existing. He said, yes, giving someone the benefit of the doubt is fair, but we should take their actions as how they choose to represent themselves. Even if she is some super liberal in hiding, it does nothing to fix the damage their communities cause. Okay,
Oh, that's good.
That's good. That's good.
This is very good. Who said?
It's Draylock. The
Damn,
benefit
Draylock, you just dropping the mic.
Yeah, dropping the mic left and right.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what it's like talking to Dre about anything, honestly. Even when we're gaming.
No,
that's why I like Dre as like a league coach, or just generally as a gamer coach, because like everybody else like says so much somehow. It feels like it's like so overwhelming when they like are talking about how to play a game better, and like, or like they add like so much of a personal spin on it. But like with Dre, it's just like pretty straight to the point of just like, this is what you want to do, this is what you should be doing, why did you do it that way, this is the way that you could have done it better, and like while also being encouraging. So then like when you do lock in and like do those things, he's like, good job, like nice work, and like tells you like the thing that you did right if you're not sure, because like sometimes I'll do that, sometimes I'll nail the thing and it'll feel right, but I don't know what I did, and so like having that feedback is really helpful.
I understand that approach. It's like very factual, you know, there's like not emotions into it. And and that's my, you know, close friend from when I was 19, how that I keep for me. And like it took a moment because we had to talk, right? So he's very factual, and there's no emotion, there's no judgment. He's never judged me, he's always accepted me for who I am, and right. Nice. It's just all about like, this is, you know, and like even like honestly today when I talked to him either today or yesterday, and I was being very candid of like, how I'm dating and I'm trying different new things. And anyways, he was like giving me a warning. He knows how I can be, that I can be too trusting and things like that. And I initially took it like, oh, like he thinks I'm stupid. Like, why does he think I'm stupid? Like, of course I know that I'm this way. Like initially that, and then I told myself, and I did react to him in that manner. And he was like, wait, hey, and he knows calm me down when I spiral. And he's like, got me to focus. And he's like, listen to my words. And so I just listened to the words without the feelings. And I was like, oh no, he's not judging me. He's saying, I care about you and I know who you are and I know how kind you can be. Please be careful.
Right.
That's all he was saying. And he's like, because there are people out there who will take advantage of kind people. And like, he can't be my bodyguard all the time. Not that he ever was, but like that's and yeah, like I like having someone in my life that talks to me in that manner.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He said it's all about the goal. I don't want you to play like me. I want you to learn the mechanics of the game and find your style of play. And I respect that a lot, and I appreciate it.
Love that. I love that. I love how he's all like, he wants you to find your style. And that he makes the effort to even teach you shows he feels you are like, have that potential.
Yeah.
To be better. Yeah.
Right. That means
it's
a lot
nice
to me.
to have people. Yeah, it really does. Just like, oh, they're not doing this to be judgmental. They're doing this because I think there's a lot of like, for me, I call it rejection sensitivity because they're not actually rejected, which is like it's a perceived rejection. At least that's how my rejection sensitivity disorder works. And it's usually with the people like I love the most. Like I intellectually know better and my heart knows better, but there's still like an inner child in me that's like, no, it's you. Like we're working on healing her.
You got this.
Mm-hmm. Let me get some 420. No, just kidding.
Hell yeah, whatever helps.
Some days we just have the devil's lettuce and it joys.
Yeah, games
Pleasures.
are less fun when you don't know what's going on. And having fun is the goal of gaming, so I also try to understand how a game works to boost joy. Nice. Joy maxing.
Oh, I love, other people's joy is important to you too.
Right. That is a good
Compersion. What's that? Compersion is probably one of my favorite words. Mm-hmm. Yeah, compersion is not always sexual, even though that is where it's just about getting joy and pleasure when other people, like you can celebrate with other people, and then there's some people who get jealous. They're like, oh, why are we celebrating them getting a master's degree? And it's like, well, because you will celebrate it when it's your turn. Like there's some people that are like that and they have insecurities, like I think it's a very confident person who's able to be happy for others.
Yeah. That's why I don't try to push you into just support roles. I appreciate that because I do feel like people look at me and they'll be like, oh, you're a girl, you should play support roles. And I'm just like,
True.
Okay, but then don't get mad when you don't get any support because I'm bad at it. I will do my best.
Like, are you supposed to know what the other roles, like if you're good at those other roles, if you get a chance to learn how to play them?
Right, I just like, that's why I like game modes where you can play a lot of different champions like ARAM and stuff when it comes to League. All right.
I think for me, oh, sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, for me, I hope to one day be able to watch League and understand what the hell's going on.
That's fair.
Other than, oh my, did we win? Did we? Yes, we won. I thought we did. Yeah, I won.
That's how I feel about sports.
I love you much, Penny.
That's actually how I feel about sports, I swear. I'll just be like, oh, everybody's clapping. That was good. That was a good play. What happened?
Yeah. What?
Even if I know the mechanics of the game, for some reason it just happens so fast. I'll be like, I didn't see it. I don't know.
Did I do something? Oh, I did. We have. Okay. Yes. You're just happy if everybody's happy. I think that's why like individual sports work well for you. So like when you did Taekwondo, because it was like we're all doing it, but doing it separately. So no, because you don't see you like body slamming a girl to get her out of the way. You can like,
Yeah.
In any game, you'd be like, I'm sorry, do you need to? Oh, you're supposed to go. Like you're just nice.
I'll body slam a girl for other reasons. Hey.
Hey. Okay. Good transition to, MILF lover. He has a shirt that says he's a MILF lover.
I love that about Hasan. Good for him. We support age gap relationships here.
Exactly.
All right, let's jump back in.
I'm just a content creator.
I don't know what that is. Ali, I genuinely have no idea what that is. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
Did it go
Did
quiet?
you?
Did it mute?
Yeah. Did she mute?
Did he mute?
Oh, come on.
There's not even any
Even
closed
have-
captions.
Captions. Oh, wait, can you caption? You're not watching it live. Oh, this is crazy. Okay. Oh. Is there anything they post about it?
Because it was planned. You guys are. Sometimes.
Oh, you know what? She was playing a song in the background.
Copyrighted song. She was playing a copyrighted song.
It might have played
That's what happened.
the cap of the amount of that song that's allowed to be played.
Yeah, that's what happens. It mutes everything over while the song's playing. Yeah.
Things are not as complex, dude. Why was she quite literally plan to get ass blasted up and down the timeline for a week and a half or however long this has been going on for? I'm not trying to make some grand conspiracy. It's just the idea that you collab with Tecton and Asmongold for years, back up Ethan Klein lawsuits, and then say that in the context of Asmon saying anyone speaking out loud should be harassed. Like, come on already. No, the conspiracy in and of itself is not as deep. I don't think Emaru set herself up. You guys are being crazy. Why would she set herself up to get destroyed? If anything, because she is linked up with Asmongold and knows that her fan base also has, Asmongoldian warriors in it, she probably wants to avoid ever talking about that. Okay? Goddamn. She doesn't want to talk about this stuff because she knows it will offend her audience. Her right-wing audience, her chud audience is not going to like it. She didn't set herself up like that.
Her chud audience,
okay?
wow.
The truth on the conspiracy side is, yes, she shares a mod with Asmongold. That's true. She also shares a community with Asmongold. That's also true.
Right.
But because she is seen as like an apolitical being overall, an apolitical content creator overall, you were mentioned like 10 minutes earlier about being famous in China on BDBD. I'm in the camp. It's a reference to that.
What?
Okay. So, like, what is the timeline here? Right? When did Emaru join Unshu King? And when did Asmongold switch to the right? Because was she already very embedded in
yes, she was already, I believe.
Right? And then so her audience might have started off to be fairly liberal in gaming or moderate or whatever, right? And then of course she does stuff with Asmongold, and then he starts talking weird, and it's like, like again,
it looks like
she's young. Yeah,
she joined OTA 2022. Asmon got his first alt-right related Twitch suspension in October 2024.
Well, 2020 what?
2024. So 2 years later.
Yeah, I think it's been in the last year and a half, maybe 2 years at the most, that Asmongold. Because then look it up, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing. It happened quite a bit of time after that, like several months after that. Because that's what got him on my radar. I was watching the Johnny Depp Amber Heard stuff.
That stuff happened April to June of 2022, it looks like. And she had joined January 2022. So she joined before the Heard case.
So and he was still pretty like left-leaning, kind of moderate at that time, occasionally saying a few ignorant things. He didn't start really going right until I would say like a year later. But yeah, she's very embedded financially, and But like again, you can only keep your head in the sand so long. And he's reasonable. Like things changed, but then like how much? That's the question. As your audience gets bigger, as the content creator, how much control do you have over the people that watch?
Right.
Because there are channels where because I've watched like a lot of those YouTube videos where it's like how someone got big and then like just dropped the fuck off. And there are channels like the content creators literally driven to the platform because their audience on them so bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and not like freaking Onision or nothing controversial like that, but just that they you know, like they tried to remain the same, and for whatever reason, their audience changed.
Right. I'll be right back. Just a sec.
Okay. Okay, that's a second. I'm just kidding. Oh, I'm like, that's my neurodivergence. You tell me a second, I clocked it. She's late. Dang it. Good thing there's no hall monitor. One of the cats give her. Yeah, this is the subject matter I thought the Emerald thing was going to be about. Hello.
Okay, I grabbed pickle juice. I grabbed tangerines. I grabbed trail mix.
It was time for snacks.
Another snack. Another rice
Okay.
cake.
So.
What I miss?
While you were gone for a second, and I was rambling a little, went to open your stream, and and I could tell me if I did this wrong. I keep the mic on so you hear me through Discord, right?
Okay.
But I turn this talk like off the stream, or else it'll like echo on it.
No, I don't think it'll echo. But I think it might cut out your audio.
Okay. Well, if you can hear me fine, and I can hear you fine, I think I'll just keep whatever settings I have.
Whatever feels right to you.
All right. Well, I was just like, while you were gone, I thought, oh, I could have been talking to Dre live.
Yeah. Draylife said...
But I couldn't. Yeah.
I just dislike anyone who shows they can take a stand. If you aren't anti-racist, anti-misogyny, or immigrant, or pro-LGBT, then I don't want to be around you, because all those things support a better life for more people. Or I just dislike anyone who shows they can't take a stand. And
okay,
yeah, I'm totally with you.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Okay, crazy thing here pops in my head. One of the few clips of Logan Paul. Yep, controversial Logan Paul, but even like people who aren't streamers know who he is. Was on his podcast where he says, you can't be just not racist, you have to be anti-racist. You know. And then like he explained like what that meant, and it was like, oh, wow. You know?
Is that something he identifies with?
Yeah, this was definitely way after the Japan thing.
Okay.
So I'm not cleaning. No, not it was after the Japan thing, not before. So like I'm not saying that this is like he's a great guy. No, I'm just saying like if
That's
his
a
platform,
good statement.
yeah, that was a statement that he wanted his audience to know what it means to be anti-racist.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like you need to call people out around you.
100%.
You know, who are being racist, misogynistic, and like all of that, and that's very true. It's very true. It's like you know,
Freedom of speech,
like I
but
was
not
saying
freedom
earlier.
of consequence.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That means you lose friends because society has deemed your behavior to be inappropriate. Well, then that's
Right.
and society, you know.
If you're gonna look at me and tell me you don't want me to have rights, you don't want me to have body autonomy, and like you don't want the people that I care about to be here, like I'm not gonna try to hang out with you. I'm not wasting my time trying to make time for you, you know? Like we have limited time on this planet, like in this life. I'm definitely deprioritizing those people.
Exactly. It's like that's where it's like, is there anything like a billionaire?
Right.
To get at that level, that kind of money, definitely fuck somebody over a time or two.
Shit, we accidentally drove through a rich neighborhood and we were just like, how many people do you think you gotta fuck over to get one of these houses? Probably like 1,000.
I was gonna say, if you you know, you may not have had to, but somebody in your family did. If you
Somebody did, for sure.
baby. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that probably is the reason.
What's up?
I was just saying, there's people who try. There's people who try to be honorable in business as well in life.
Well, what's her face? Greta Thunberg is from a well-off family. She uses her, like, you know, privilege to do amazing things in the world and speak up for people who can't speak up for themselves.
True. She definitely.
People try to throw Greta Thunberg at me like it's an insult all the time. I'm just like, she's badass. Why are you telling me? Like, I don't care if I look like her to you.
She's trying something, at least. I'll give her that.
Yeah, I mean, like, at least she's doing something.
She's bringing attention anytime she speaks. Like, she uses her platform to send a message. Oh.
It's not her fault she was born from wealthy parents and she's white. What?
She's not trying to sell me something I don't need. So I'm okay with that.
Oh, what's next? You
right?
Give us your take on ICE? Like, that's what the joking reference was. What are you, Hassan?
Oh.
But it wasn't planned. I don't think this was like a planned thing. Yes, I just read Sean's message, and I agree with what Sean is saying, who I assume went through the entire VOD.
If you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics...
Make no mistake, I'm not even agreeing with her sentiment here. I'm telling you what the actual reason is, okay? The actual reason for why she's saying this is because she doesn't want to offend the sensibilities of her right-wing audience that she shares with Asmongold. 99% of the people hating on her don't even watch her streams. It makes no sense. Like, what is the streamer saying? Guys, validate, it's so dumb. So what are your thoughts on ICE, Hassanet, Emaru, and then the microphone thing? The catalyst for all this was actually Emaru complaining about people talking about how she'd never talk about anything political, not even the Epstein files or in other streamers' chats, which then prompted the Hassan comp comparison by her head mod, which they then 12 minutes later brought back. Some schizo was spamming my DM saying Nick is in the files, and I was like, good for you, dude. Our words be thinking you're Hassan. Yeah, well, what a lot of people don't understand is, like, I am seen as, like, for a lot of these people, they have no understanding of politics. They have no understanding of, like, you know, why people are voting for whoever. They just think about it in terms of personality. Many of you have a hard time comprehending this because you're a little bit better versed in the field of politics, because I try to educate you on things that are, you know, far beyond myself and my own personal fancy, okay? If you think in terms of drama only when you talk about politics, everything goes back to people like myself. Because I happen to be the largest left-wing content creator in North America, everything is me. I've seen this. I've seen this with Ethan Klein's fan base as well. Ethan Klein's fan base will hear a politician literally say something about Palestine and go, oh, this guy's been brainwashed by Hassan. They'll hear Sam Cedar, a person 20 years my senior, who has been doing this for almost as long as I've been alive, say something that resembles my worldview, my opinion, and assume that I brainwashed Sam Cedar. You can only arrive at that position if you have no comprehension of ideology, you have no comprehension of political education, that your only understanding of politics revolves around content creators and personalities. Okay?
That's got to be like some parasocial illness, right?
No, what he's trying to say is people think when it's left wing, you know, a progressive ideology, they assume Hassan got at him. First off, Hassan is not that popular. Okay, no offense, I do love him and think he's fantastic. And hi, you know, if you're watching this, it's your mama Panda. I don't even know my app to throw at him. But anyways, like he's a big guy within like content creation and then political content creation. So that's a very niche audience. Like, is it enough people for him to obviously make a great living? Yes, but it's a niche audience. So but like Sam Cedar and some of those other guys that he's talking about, this is what they do for a living, you know, like they didn't like just a YouTube channel 20 years ago. YouTube's not even been around that long. No. So it's like, you know, or like they don't know politics enough to know who the leaders, commentators, journalists within that field.
Right.
They just know Hassan because Hassan hangs out with content creators, do other things. Hassan and XQC, one of the biggest content creators on the platform, on Twitch, does stuff with Hassan like shit cam, you know? And so, like, because of that association, just assume, like, Hassan's the leader of the left. It's like, no, he isn't. No, he's not.
Even when I do talk openly about politics on my streams, I get people coming in my stream and calling me other streamer names. Like, because on TikTok, my name is Destiny. Somebody came and asked me if I was the bigger streamer, Destiny.
Him?
I mean, as a joke, like, just to fuck with me because I was talking about politics. You were all like, you don't look anything like him.
What Destiny looks like. I'm a freaking degenerate on the internet, I swear to God. Yeah.
Destiny political streamer.
Oh yeah, no. I edit video one day, we should watch it together, which is like someone did an amazing edit of what it is, and I swear to God, it looks like AI are trying to get him.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't look like this guy.
You look like him.
Why did people... Nah, I think it was just to be like, oh, haha, your name is Destiny and his name is Destiny, and like you're talking about politics, and he's a political streamer.
Yeah, he's political. He also, like, before he got political, he was like very much like polyamorous and toxic and unhealthy. How do I know this much about this person?
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy. How do I know more than you?
I don't really.
What
follow
does that say
Destiny.
about me?
I mean,
what does that
spend more time? Spend more time watching streamers.
The algorithm. Okay.
And Cedar, you can only arrive at that position if you have no comprehension of ideology, you have no comprehension of political education. That your only understanding of politics revolves around content creators and personalities. Okay, it's a direct demonstration of this stupidity. I think a lot of you guys don't recognize exactly how stupid these people are. Like, this person, Ali Kitty, legitimately thinks anything politics related is Hasan, anything left politics related is Hasan, anything right politics related is Asmongold. I don't understand why people are treating this as any different than the phenomenon we've seen forever with celebs. An internet person has been terrified to talk about anything remotely controversial and political. Yeah, it's cowardly, but this is hardly anything new or shocking. I agree. The only reason why it's you know, having a lot of impact in this space is because streamers are endlessly accessible. Okay, that's why. And people develop parasocial relationships that can go in either direction, either tremendous amounts of love or tremendous amounts of hatred, and it can flip instantaneously. And that's the reason why. For some reason, it's accepted to see right-wing takes as casual, but you can't say anything leftist because then you're political. Exactly.
Whoa, what's that? I just built a budgeting app.
First ad, wow.
Okay, so what if... what...
I mean, yeah. I feel like parasocial also has been, like, uniquely for me. I had this chick who was, like, making videos about me. And she, like, blew up. Like, her numbers and everything. And I had met her IRL before. And so I started calling her out on it, and then she acted like I was being parasocial, and then like blocked me on everything.
But you're
and
like,
started
you're
talking
making
mad
videos
crazy.
about me.
Yeah, and started talking
How
mad
am I
crazy
being
stuff about me being a crazy person, and I'm just like, I don't know, but I don't think that about the like. I think I'm following what he's saying about like parasocial illness for like their specific group of streamers and everything, and how they handle it and all that. But I have had it turned on me in a way where I'm like,
yeah,
I
parasocial,
genuinely know you and you're
really,
lying. Like,
yeah, that's crazy if they know you in real life.
they
And
just
then
didn't
they're
want
like,
their new following to know about their past before they blew up on TikTok. And that they're a bully. But it doesn't matter, it's fine. I don't care.
Exactly. So the reason why I think the reason why Emaru doesn't want to say anything here is because she doesn't want to offend the sensibilities of her audience. They used to call Bruce Hassan anytime he disagreed with Kai or rage about saying the R word, or even over the fact that he would ban transphobic chatters.
I do want to also emphasize the fact that Emaru is like a chick, and like while everybody equally has the risk of like, you know, offending their fan base's sensibilities and something happening to them that, you know, disrupts their safety, women especially have that like risk, and it's just, it's a scary reality.
Yeah, it's this is something that is new to her, and like I don't know how old she's, 27, so
yeah, she's pretty young.
These are unusual things to have that much eyes on you and opinions on you, and especially if you're someone like I can understand where this is very overwhelming. So like, again, I think it would have been so much better if she just was like, I like don't have the bandwidth to answer this, or they should have, I don't know, like it's
easy for us to look back and say, oh, you could have said something better, but like in the moment, I mean, like Dreamlike said, she did just recently get somebody messing with her at a con. I think she was there when like she was out with Cinna and Ray.
I was gonna say, wasn't she there with Cinna and Valkyrie when that guy threatened to kill them on the pier?
She's had repeated issues, and then spoiler alert for the Mizkip case, but she also has had somebody come to her house.
Yeah,
and
so I could see where it's
somebody
like
else defending her. So
I could see where you're suddenly afraid. Now your home is not safe.
Right.
Someone you might piss off in that audience may come get you and try to hurt you. It's happened enough times that she basically just fawning. Oh my God, me. A trauma response.
Right.
A survival response of like just fawning to her audience.
And I don't want to,
because she's afraid.
I don't want to dismiss the reality that like it clearly is not the ideal way to use your platform. It clearly is not the ideal way to manage a community. But at the end of the day, these are just all people. Like, we are all people. And like, I have been in that position where I, you know, couldn't handle having certain people like in my life, or like people talking to me about them, and regardless of whether or not like there was a better way for me to handle it, I handled it the best I could at that time. And I think that she's doing the best she can at this time. And I don't want to excuse anything by saying that, but I see a trauma response. I see a traumatized person. And that's just something that I can relate to.
Yeah, I can see that. And you know what? This makes me think like, this is where like the talking about mental health and being open about that, because she has had how many times where in real life someone has tried to hurt her. Why is she not taking time off? Like, I'm not blaming her. I'm just saying like,
she is being expected to work through it.
Yeah, to work through it, and not only work through it, but now go live, the audience knowing that one of them could come after her in real life.
Right.
After the first time that happened, I'm sure it was like, okay, like that was a fluke. That was weird. Can't believe that happened. And then it happens again. And then it happens to Valkyrie. You're with Valkyrie, the biggest female streamer, right? And then Cinna and like other women in public with like
camera
crew. Oh, you're not alone with a camera crew and someone threatens to kill you.
So these people don't even care that there's witnesses.
No. So then it's like, I'm not safe in public with a camera crew, and it's I'm not safe at home.
Yeah.
So yeah. And so was she expected by the org, because they are that she partly owns, to get where you go live and you don't know if any of those people are going to come hurt you. Like that is a lot. Like that would scare the shit out of me. I would constantly try to pacify them. I could understand that.
Yeah.
Your name has always been used as a negative comparison when other streamers act in moral ways. I know, because they see me as the representation of everything that is like virtue signaling, everything that is objectively virtuous, like caring about, like having an empathetic worldview, caring about marginalized communities. But because they see everything that is a representation of that as like a demonstration of Hasan, this is the outcome of that idiotic way of seeing the world. But it's also doubly it's doubly controversial because Emaru is a close associate of Asmongold and was a close associate until recently, and I don't even know if she actually spoke out about it with Lucari and also Tectone. Like I don't think she is personally.
There's also some unpleasantness associated with Lucari as well, just for context there.
I don't know much about the Lucari thing. I do know the Tectone thing. Isn't the Tectone thing goes all the way back to Maya, right?
I don't know.
Or maybe it isn't.
Tectone had a court case with Pink Chew.
Oh.
His most recent, I don't feel right saying girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, one thing has had a lot of controversy.
Yeah, they have. And Lucari was streaming, and he opened a folder, and it had like just words, just text words, but basically like I don't know how to say. I mean, I guess it's probably okay to talk about for like just informational reasons, but like CP bestiality
there you go,
stuff
CP. Oh,
titled
shit. Okay.
in the folder. And I watched, and I hate to say it, but I watched Ms. Kiff cover that, because in Ms. Kiff having a bunch of stuff come out about him, he has just been going at it with everyone else. He's pulling everyone into the fire, and Lucari was one of those people, and he made a whole video on it, and so I saw it all. It was so crazy. He just like opens the folder, closes the folder, is just like, huh, I'm probably gonna get banned or some shit. And I was just like, I don't even understand. Like it took Ms. Kiff explaining what was in the folder, because I didn't read it, I didn't see it. I just saw him open a thing with text in it, close it, and then act like he was hella guilty. And then from there he went on to say, you know, sometimes you just download stuff and, you know, I delete it, but sometimes it doesn't get deleted, and and it was just like, bro, you need to shut the fuck up. What the fuck?
You don't accidentally download CP.
That's what I'm saying. Also, like, what kind of like corn addiction you got going on if you're over here like downloading shit to begin with? Everything's streamed. Like, if you're downloading things,
true. Why are you downloading it?
Like, unless it's like directly between you and somebody, like, what the fuck are you downloading shit for? Do you have like an addiction? Like, I don't know. So,
why do you need to watch this particular video offline? That's what downloading. The only reason you would download something is so you could watch it off stream, offline.
Why are you putting that shit on your work computer though?
So the way that it works, okay, as someone who, you know, and Dre Locke, a true crime nut like myself and internet dude and whatever you want to call that, one of the ways that people get like pedophiles and people who like CP, how they're able to keep each other a secret is can't have access to mine on whatever website until I send you something and you put it on your computer. Because then now you're implicated. Now you've committed a crime.
That's
and
so crazy.
Now you can't commit a crime. Like you're not gonna snitch on me, because if you snitch on me, I'll just turn around and snitch on you because you have it too. So that's how they do it. The only way that you get access to CP online is you have to download for it. Now I don't know if that's changed. It's been a long time since I've followed those procedures on how they do things. Technologies might have changed, but
that's actually so insane.
It's not.
But also, like,
it's not an accidental
criminals
thing.
committing more crimes. Who would have guessed it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why I'm surprised, but yeah, it's fucked up. So lots of fucked up shit has been coming out about a lot of people, and like, I don't even know.
Yeah,
like, I mean.
Miss Kiff is burning every bridge. It sounds like I saw a few of his videos, and I noticed, because I don't know the whole Miss Kiff Emerald thing yet, but like,
it sounds like we're not covering it in this video either.
I was gonna say we're not covering it in this video either, and we thought we were going to.
But who knows? Who knows?
Like, it might get there, but yeah, I think that he has changed his content to like, this is how he gets the numbers. He's got all the tea, and he's burning every bridge.
He really wasn't getting much numbers there too after Emeru made her video. That's one of the things I was following. I'll admit, I wanted to see in real time. Maybe that's again like a personal projection, but I wanted to see in real time how it affected his career. And
it did slow it down, but
it did slow it down. But it's picking back up again. There's always. I don't know what it will take, but then I look at our, president, and I'm like, it'll probably take a fucking lot to make it to where somebody is just canceled. Like, cancel culture happened, and it feels like it happened in a flash. Cancel culture was being used against people left and right, and now it doesn't feel like it's really as strong as it used to be. And I'm not saying that in like a promoting cancel culture way or anything. Like, obviously, like, I've had people try to be mean about me, and you just kind of gotta wait it out. I mean, it looks worse trying to defend yourself against false claims against you than just like letting people talk their shit and just not giving it attention. But
I think with his case, at least this is his content has changed so much, to where he is, doing all of these drama videos.
We're talking about Miss Kiff?
Miss Kiff.
Yeah, he was just using hot chicks to get numbers before that. And before that, it was World of Warcraft.
So he's changing his content, and
he's been doing this for a while. He changes it.
I'm just saying he doesn't have the same audience. So he did get canceled by the audience that used to watch him for the hot. So he had to find a new. So when his numbers went down, that's him getting canceled. When his numbers were going down from whatever he used to do before the hot chicks, then he started doing the hot chick. And it was a big joke about so then now the hot chicks don't work. Guys have left. And so something different, which is I got the tea on everybody.
Also, like, he has a couple chicks that join his streams now, but like, if you're a chick and you join his stream, like, people are looking at you a little differently, kind of thing. Now. Yeah. So
either they know that and don't give a shit because exposure is exposure.
True.
Or they don't know that, which is like, girl, why you in this if you don't know this? So like hopefully they're. This is
my pickle.
I think this is better, ignorant or not giving a shit. Ignorance or apathy.
Or not giving a shit. Yeah, I think that's kind of what we're looking at. Like, Emaru is ignorance, and Asmund is apathy.
Yeah.
They're like a duo in that sense.
They are. Emaru doesn't want to admit and I'm not victim blaming, don't get me wrong, but like, yeah, she's had her, if I don't deal with it, I don't have to deal with it. It's again, like that church says, you may not fuck with politics, but politics will fuck with
bars.
Like a bad person at all. I think she's a very kind person, she's a very nice person. I think like part of the reason why she doesn't want to speak about that is the same reason why many of my friends for the past 2 years and even to this day don't ever say a peep about Israel, or even if they say free Palestine, they won't get into the drama of it all. Like they see Asmund Gold calling every Muslim pro-Palestinian content creator terrorist on a daily basis. You think they don't realize that that's like unimaginably racist? They do. They just don't want to offend the sensibilities of their audience, and they don't want to invoke the wrath of hell from a legion of Asmund Gold fans who will go and harass them. This is why those harassment campaigns work very effectively. Okay? It stigmatizes empathetic positions. It turns it into a position that is not often heard, something that I talked about quite a bit. Okay? There was a reason why Ludwig, for example, my coworker Ludwig, was afraid of putting his name out there and associating with a pro-Palestinian charity in the early days of Israel's genocide in Gaza.
Oh, wow.
Since then, 2 years after the fact, Ludwig has done his own personal Palestinian fundraisers, right? Because the environment dramatically shifted. And if your bread and butter comes from sponsorships that you get, yeah, you're going to play ball with them. You're going to say, yeah, Hasan is blacklisted from AT&T events. Nothing we can do about it. Okay? It is what it is. Sometimes you have to play ball. They have to play ball. I have to play ball. It is what it is. They don't want smoke. But now the environment is shifting back. Now people are more open about their worldview. They're unafraid. They are unafraid to say how they feel. Because it's gotten to a point, it's reached a boiling point where these guys were unchecked for the longest time, and they would basically identify any kind of empathetic position as a bridge too far and immediately deliver the wrath of hell upon anyone that dares say, oh, I don't know about this Trump stuff, guys. It got so crazy that people are just like spamming the N-word, being Nazis, sig heiling and open in broad daylight, that, people said enough is enough. We don't want this. And now woke is returning. And that's precisely the reason why a lot of people, luckily, are now finding the courage to say those things. People like Asmund Gold can consistently repeat this notion that like they will punish anyone that speaks out, but it's going to get to a point where he is an island. Just as someone who was an anti-Zionist for, 10 to 12 years prior to October 7, very publicly, I always felt isolated from my peers, even in the progressive community, when I maintained this position. Nowadays, I don't feel so isolated, okay? Why don't I feel so isolated? Because nowadays, people who are pro-Israel are actually stigmatized and isolated. This kind of social pressure plays a big role, because a lot of people don't have the political education, they don't go on this journey on their own, and they just go along with whatever the prominent cultural undertones look like. And the pendulum is shifting now. It's shifting because, not just myself, but because of you guys as well. You didn't stop. You kept your pursuit of advocacy. You consistently kept saying, nope, I can tell right from wrong. I'm going to say the truth. I don't give up what the punishments are.
Yeah.
If you can comprehend the chilling effect that the federal government arresting pro-Palestinian advocates has on other people maybe reconsidering going out there and taking it to the streets to say free Palestine, you can comprehend that in this much less impactful way as well.
It's a dual pressure. On the one hand,
there's a reason why the Biden administration arrested 3,500 student encampment pro-Palestine protesters. They did that so that if other people wanted to take to the streets, they'd think twice. Oh, I can.
Okay.
Like ICE and stuff is actually using a like AI or something to filter through all the like social media and stuff and like find out who is posting stuff that is anti-ICE and then like adding them to a list. And I don't care, like who fucking cares?
No,
we're just still gonna post all the shit. Like
nah, just write and delete, Destiny. Just write and delete, okay? Those guys don't freaking know how to that. Just write and delete.
Real. Nah, that'll be fine. They don't know how to read.
What I wanted to say here is like, okay, so like as someone who likes to know all the rules and likes to know the laws and things like that, right? There were certain things, and call me naive, but there's things that I believed in when it came to this country. One of them is how white men are privileged. Definitely. They are the conquerors. Sorry to the rest of us, including women and all minority groups. But like they are, the ones who conquered black. That's all. And when the aliens come, they'll be the conquerors. Point. anyways, so when I know like prejudiced people and people in power can, you know, become corrupt and take advantage of that. But I also believe that the Second Amendment was something that made America unique.
Mm-hmm.
So
it
when
kept
I
the
would see
balance
things
between the
like
people and the government.
right, and so like, you know, when I would see protests and things like that, it was always like, you know, why do we have the Second Amendment? Have the Second Amendment to protect us against the tyranny of our government. You know, it's fantastic that we have the right to bear arms and you can use it for protection. That's a bonus. It's fantastic we have the right to bear arms and you can use arms to go hunting. Bonus. The point of us having the right to bear arms is so we can bear arms against a tyrannical government. I knew supposedly the right was really into that. And that's something that I've always been supportive. Not against gun control, don't get me wrong. Not everybody should have that right necessarily. But when they shot a white man who's on his hands and knees, the back, several times, they took his holstered gun off his body, literally walked away with it. I don't know if there's anybody that we can trust. Like
Yeah, that
nobody
shit's
is safe
fucked up.
now. You know, and not a white man, but he's American, like born here. His parents born here.
A nurse?
Yeah, a nurse, VA.
Somebody who respected the military.
Yeah.
He had sent off people, you know, properly
Yeah.
as they're supposed to, like thanking them for their service.
Veterans.
I mean, that's just.
Yep.
It's just.
Like,
even from your twisted, like, alt-right point of view, there's no justification for that. And that immediately threatens. I mean, we have had multiple amendments threatened in the last year.
Actually, when you've got people who are all the way to, you know, who are always no, Second Amendment, and then they're saying things like, well, that's what he gets for bringing a gun, you know, for having a gun. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That I have a gun in an open carry state supposed to make me sick. That's why I carry a gun. I have the right to protect myself. That so like doing everything you're saying he has the right to do to make him be safe, and it did it. And it's like, oh no, like what can you trust now?
Right.
It is upsetting. And there's no, and then people being like, oh, the footage is like faked, and it's like, what is this really? So I think that's the reason why we're seeing the pendulum turning. Like, this is, you can sit there and tell the average person it's a lie, it's a lie, it's a lie, until eventually when proof like this comes out, they're like, what do you mean it's a lie? Like, I can see. I think most people can be rational in that way. And that's why, you know, like he's saying the pendulum is turning, woke is coming back. Woke is coming back because you were oppressing us too much. And then one of the things thought that you found valuable, you know, you don't give a shit about that either. Like, if what you say you find valuable, you don't give a shit about either. Like, I don't trust anything that you argue now.
The party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final, most essential command.
George Orwell?
Yeah. I just been thinking about that a lot.
It's very true.
Crazy. My ex before my ex actually, his favorite book was that George Orwell book. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could see that. I could
He
see
was
that in
seeing
him.
this all
Sure.
happening back then too, and you know, a lot of our bar crawls consisted of finding a man who did not have the same political beliefs and then drunkenly talking them into like an exhausted state of politics.
This you can take this comment, Destiny.
What? 1984 question mark? Oh my gosh, Jetman.
Yeah.
George Orwell. You know the book?
They may not. It's not as common to be assigned anymore.
Oh, it's a dystopian novel. Yeah, I thought that's what you meant. He was just also guessing it. Depicts a totalitarian society under the constant surveillance of Big Brother and the party, exploring themes of government control, mass surveillance, and the manipulation of truth, history, and individuality. And that is all technically stuff that is currently happening. Mass surveillance is currently being practiced in like China and is slowly being implemented here to the point where like you could technically be tracked by most security cameras or traffic cameras, and your whole entire day could be tracked, like with your cell phone too. Even ICE is using this technology. They're tracking like what cell phones were in the area and everything. So I've not read it, but I know of it and what it's about.
Damn it.
Okay, yeah. Definitely read it. I would recommend, or just have an audiobook, you know, while you're working. Just listen to an audiobook of it because it's a really good read and it's really relevant. And you know, even if we miraculously get our shit figured out here in this country, it's still relevant to generally understanding the possibility of this kind of situation happening in any part of the world. Yeah, so many people don't realize that we're going the way China is with the Overwatch thing. Yeah, I know. I feel like people don't see it happening. They don't see or acknowledge it happening. Everybody's like, oh, we know that China does facial recognition, and oh, don't let TikTok get our facial recognition. But like, we already are doing that shit too here. And like, they're even like making it to where you can like pay for shit with like your fingerprint or your handprint. I mean, like, that kind of shit was also in freaking was that Oregon?
Oh, where they repo the organ?
Yeah, Repo the musical. The genetic opera.
I didn't know.
Repo the genetic opera. They like.
Oh, I did not know.
You can like.
Is that the name of it?
I think that's the one that I'm thinking of. You like pay with stuff with your hand. That's literally like they're doing that now. Like you can put a chip and stuff, and like people would just like chop off your hand to steal your wallet instead of like.
Oh my god, that's so true.
So it's not like it stops crime. Like it just makes it worse. I feel like.
Wait, what if it only works if your hand is warm? It has to be like body temperature. So like running around with those hand warmers in a little bag, be like, keep warm, bro. We need it like 98.6 degrees.
Yeah, that's true. Fair. That you just get kidnapped, I guess. I don't know.
Get kidnapped, or I'm sorry, I'm just like going on different tangents in my own brain right now. I'm all like, oh, it's no. Yeah, there would be different. It would be. It's very dystopian too.
It's very dystopian time.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I don't know why human beings surprise me.
Oh, there we go. The government doesn't collect and use any of that data. Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh no, I mean in 2012, that's what Edward Snowden did. Like Edward Snowden, released the information of, I could be wrong about the name. I think it's Project Prism, but I look it up, the NSA. So said due to the Patriot Act happened, by the way, wasn't passing before 9/11, definitely passed after 9/11. I'm not saying any opinions, just fact. There,
just facts.
You can decide on your own.
Yeah.
after that, it made it to where if they suspect you might be talking to somebody who could be a terrorist, we don't need to have warrants anymore. And for like banking information and your telephone and monitoring, fantastic after 9/11.
Which is problematic because they can just say that anybody's a terrorist now, apparently.
Yes, exactly. That's how they start. It's like, well, if she's talking to Mary and Mary could be talking to like Ishmael, then yes, need to monitor Mary and Susie's friends, and you can always rationalize that untethered surveillance, and we've got like servers of it just sitting there, like to look at later, like something that you could have done or a conversation you could have had. Well, I guess your parents, depending on your age, before 2012, still exists somewhere, just sitting there.
That's weird.
Yeah, I know. So, basically the government has all of our phone sex, so that's nice. So
that also means that they have like all of the like adults who like groomed children and they're just not doing anything about it.
Oh my God, Destiny.
I'm just like, that's weird. So they're using it to like loom over a little like threat over people, but at the same time they're not doing anything about crime that is oriented around grooming children. What the fuck?
So what the NSA said back then was like, yeah, we're just storing stuff in case we need to look at it later. If we find a terrorist and we can look at his stuff from the past. But then, if they're storing all the conversations and it's like, oh, there's so much data, we can't find it. Well, then wait, how could you find it now if you went back? And then if so, why couldn't you just put in like 13-year-old sexy talk and then like,
Like you're literally just keeping a bunch of stuff and having all these servers running that's like bad for the environment, and then turning around and being like, oh, AI is so bad for the environment. Bro, you got like all this data for no reason.
I'm wondering like where it's going, and if it's been doing this since before 2012 and we've been holding it, that's a long freaking time. I get how old I am. That is to hold.
That's like when I graduated.
Yeah. So, wow. Yeah. And if you got all this evidence for crime and whatnot,
and they're just not doing anything, it makes me upset, actually, kind of like.
And there's got to be a way to filter through it.
There's got to be, especially now that we have AI.
I was gonna say
AI as a tool, strictly.
Government who's redacting the Epstein. So.
Yeah, redacting in quotations.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so, I don't know. Like, again, when I say the same government, I also mean when the Democrats weren't, because they also had access to the Epstein and did not release them either.
Yeah, I definitely don't stand for the two-party system. I want to be very clear about that, but...
We like to vote on issues, not parties.
Yeah. But it is very disturbing, the extent that, like, how many people are involved and know, and, like, I don't understand how something can go on that long, and we can still look at children and be like, you're safe. You can grow up and be anything you want. And, like, everything's fine, like, and I don't know, it just...
I think this is more of a separation of just people, like, this is just the elites against the rest of them.
Yeah, it really feels
like you get to a level, it does, you get to, like, as like, it does, it feels like you get to a level of power, money, and influence to where, like, you think you're entitled to anything. Because you've had so many people blow smoke up your ass the whole time.
Right.
And it's like, that's where I like a lot of the different sci-fi movies where they do that kind of thing where it's like, oh, or like Chronicle. Chronicle's a good one.
Chronicle is a
You
good
know,
one.
the superhero one where it's the three friends. These are three friends that grew up with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very interesting. Yeah, that happens like that. That is sci-fi, but it happens in.
To what extent
in your
does
life.
like power affect people? I think I was talking to E about this earlier. If everybody who has become filthy, stupid rich has like become apathetic or like has some sort of like mental illness that like separates them from the collective, from humanity, that like their humanity is out of touch, then we have to acknowledge that and respond by putting a limit on how rich you can get, and then any excess from there has to go into a philanthropic project, some sort of charity, and like benefit the collective as a whole, right? Because like, I mean, it's just a safety risk, like a personal health, like mental, public safety risk, all in all. If we know,
Okay, so-
and we have seen enough people who like get filthy rich, like elitist level, and they do all this fucked up shit with that power, like that's gotta be like something happens to you when you get that much power and money, right?
I guess, I mean, okay, so like I understand that, I get that, especially the question is like which first, the chicken or the egg?
Right.
That you have to be a
Did you
certain
get that rich
personality
because you were that fucked up, or did you get that fucked up because you ended up getting that
because
rich?
you get exactly.
I think it's worth looking into. I mean,
oh, I'm sure they've done studies, but it would be interesting. Like the level of the income disparity. Please say the word. I can't. Disparity?
income disparity? Yeah, no, I think you were right.
Yeah. So like that is increasing
Kind of
constantly,
sounds
and
like an in-between mix of communism and democracy. Look, I don't like labels, okay? We don't need to label things. Because when you label things, all of a sudden people have these preconceived ideas of what it is. I'm just saying.
Okay, let's go with communicracy.
Yeah, how would you even describe that? Like, what would the word be?
I don't know. Like I'm just kidding.
Communicracy.
Communicracy, like a nice idea. I think understand where you're going with their Destiny, but I think for me it would be more of like maybe we should set into place things that prevent someone from becoming that rich. For example, regulations. Well, we use they're in written down somewhere. Okay, SOP regulations of anti-monopoly law, right? So anti-monopoly laws are in place so that you cannot control.
Yeah. And you know what's funny about that is that we still have monopolies. What's going on there?
Because the people we put in place, like Lena Khan, who came in and did some fantastic work, got kicked out and fired. And then somebody else got put in there who said, sir, just tell me what to do. That's like, what do you do when you start replacing all the players on the board with people who are yes men?
Oh, you mean what's currently happening in our government?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
you
this
mean
is
just
where
like
people
what's
become. This is why people are getting fed up. Like people are getting fed up. You can only people to don't look while we fuck you over so many times before they turn around, be like, this is some fucked up shit.
For sure.
And yeah.
I mean,
I think talking about it is one way to say this is some fucked up shit.
Agreed. And I think that we should always be able to say this is some fucked up shit. And I should be able to say, man, I don't fucking like our president. Fuck that guy. Like, there's no reason I shouldn't be allowed to say that.
No, there isn't. I mean, honestly, there hasn't been one president that I've been alive to where I would say that he was like amazing and perfect. I could find something every single one of them did wrong.
I could find something wrong with every single person I've ever met in my entire life. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Everybody is good and bad, and I think some of us just entertain one more than the other, and those are the choices we make in life.
I think one thing that I have noticed with the people that were on one side or the other of either political party is where people are just believing like whatever, like they believe whoever it is that they're rooting for is altruistic. You know, they're like, oh no, like he's absolutely perfect. Everything he does is it's all out of like, you know, it's like no. I mean,
hey, not everyone can be Bernie Sanders. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, he never became president. That's how come we don't know how fucked up he really.
That's right.
Say, I don't know. We don't know how fucked he.
If maybe he should get a chance. It would have come out, whatever it was.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I think.
Nah, he's just been in the game so long.
He's been in the game, but I'm saying like I don't think he's. I could be wrong. I was saying
he asked what punks thought. He asked what punks thought about politics before it was cool. There we go. I got it out.
Yeah, that's true. Like everybody has their own issues.
I'm sure. Yeah, that's. I think that's our point. Is that like I just thought
nobody's perfect.
Gotta throw out the meme. The old Bernie meme.
Yanni. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I do. That's where it's like when you become where you're worshiping like you don't know them. Like you don't know Trump. You know says like you could be a fan of his. You can agree with a lot of the stuff that he does, but you don't. It's all getting back to the parasocial thing.
It's all very parasocial.
Yeah, those who worship in either direction of the political spectrum, when they become where they're closed-minded and say like, nope, this person says this and that's how it is, regardless of the evidence. It's very parasocial. What is it where you idolize someone?
I gotta turn off that coffee bot. Yeah, that's true. Idolize. I think idolize is a good word.
Idealization.
Idealize.
Idealization. Yeah, idealize. Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be the right one.
Frickin'. Yeah, I don't know. I guess.
I got him an hour long because like we just watched the video of what she does and like what more does he have to say, to be honest? Because it's like
I don't know how it is.
You don't really. Well, he can go on and on sometimes and argue with chat, but like you don't know
what that's like.
Of course not. Talking to chat for so long. Yeah, like I don't like unless Amaru has said something else.
Yeah.
He's only like he is speculating, but saying he's not. Like he's saying like, I know stuff you don't know. And like basically Amaru's afraid of her chat. Saying Amaru's afraid of her chat, please.
Yeah, I mean yeah.
They move in with Hasan. Between him and Kaya, he's safe.
Yeah. Fair. No, I don't think she ended up doing that. But
no, I'm just kidding. I didn't like I would definitely imagine the rumors that would go around if they together. And he's in LA and she that would definitely spark some rumors. Or move to LA.
Right. We did only get 20 minutes in, but I am starting to lose some steam and momentum here because we're 3 hours into the stream. I had some concluding thoughts, but I don't know what they are anymore. I could add to the hybrid government statement that I never understood why we didn't use all forms of energy resources, like renewable energy resources, and like why we have consistently fixated on like one or two at a time, and like now we're all like trying to rush to like get solar and like all these windmills are popping up and stuff. And I back in school always wondered like, well, if we knew that we could do all of them, then why didn't we just do all of them and not just put it all in on one or two things and bet on that? So that is how I feel kind of about government too. I don't really understand like we're literally a melting pot as America, and like we made up the rules and we can keep making up the rules, and like it's just weird that like we let the whole rest of the world tell us one of the younger and yet more powerful, like not more powerful as in we're number one, but like, you know, like we're definitely up there on the list of like big bad countries.
We are the richest nation with the
we have Hollywood,
armed military.
We have our military. We have all the like we have all these things like other countries don't have. Like the entertainment industry and stuff is like booming here. That's a sign, you know, that there's some money going on in this country. But it just seems weird that like we're so quick to be like, oh, like because these other countries are like strict on their government, like we have to do that and like stick to one thing and not like build it and construct it individually based on the issues as we need to for our people. And why it's not, I don't understand why it's not more important to people that like the people and the government are like working together, not against each other. And I definitely don't put that on the people. I mean, maybe like just people who are like, I'm not doing politics and like don't educate themselves or don't try to be involved, and then like, you know, if nobody's voting, nothing's changing. But I do think that like the government is definitely making a big statement on they're not interested in working together with the people, and that is bad because they do work for us. So they should be able to work with us.
I think
that's how I feel about that. But
I think most people vote for the lesser of evils. Both of them are.
And I guess I'm just tired of doing that, you know?
I'm tired of doing that. And I think I agree with you. I think it's wrong because when you do the lesser of two evil, they both still do evil, just different types of evil, right? So for 4 years, we deal with the right side of evil, as in the, you know, the politically right. And then the next 4 years, we do the left side of evil. And the pendulum is constantly.
They're the same thing.
Swinging, same thing, just swimming in back and forth on who gets hit by that what is the pendulum. And it's like and then I think there are people who don't understand politics or how the system works, and they don't think like their vote counts. And I like 100% agree in that. I see that because like when I was younger and I voted and I lived in Hawaii, this, you know, like the president, especially for general elections, the president was always announced before we even had all our votes counted. Because like our population was just so small, and you know, like it was just like, oh, okay, wow, that's it just felt like my vote was less, even though it wasn't. Like people don't understand that system and how that works. So then, you know, if you can't understand the game, then you don't participate, and you're just trying to get up and feed your family or go to work.
Like Dre was saying earlier, busy. He wants to make sure that I know how to play the game.
Exactly. So like, you know,
it's about the goal.
And I think doing it better. You do need to know. And again, it's I think most people just don't understand it. So that's why they don't vote or participate. They think I think there's also a group of people that assume well, there's checks and balances that have been in place, and like everything's okay, we're good. Like there's no way that like in America we could have a tyrannical government. Like there's you know, it's written into the Constitution. It's in that like we're safe because of that. Like one of the lawyers that I like to watch on YouTube, Legal Eagle, and he put out a very like poignant yet emotional and vulnerable video of, if I can't rely on the laws in this country, what can we do? Like what can we rely on, you know? And like when federal judges are saying, please stop taking children and using them as pawns to snatch their illegal parents, right? Sorry?
I was just gonna say that's a great branch into what I was gonna say, that like don't let them like hold on to hope core. Don't let them make you believe that the laws can't still be upheld, because that little boy with the hat was at the Super Bowl and was the one that got the trophy handed to him because, and this Asian female lawyer that I follow, she made a video about it, and she said that, you know, they want you to lose hope, and they want you to believe that laws don't have to be held to the law, that they're above the law. But this is a good example. His story specifically is a good example that people protested, people showed up, people you know, made sure that they had the resources they needed to get their kid back, and that they had to be upheld by the law, you know, and they did nothing wrong, and that shouldn't have happened. And
well, and that is one way to help people. Like, I guess I was trying to go with, like, you know, when it comes to the whole like general national stage, it's very hard. You don't think like you can make a difference. So start in your own community, you know.
Just
you
remember
don't have
that
to,
that mindset benefits them only.
Them.
Like, it benefits what they're doing and their agenda for harming people, for harming the public, and that we need to hold on to that hope regardless of our differences. And I'm trying to live to that, like, you know, be able to talk to people, because they want, like, the government wants us to think that, or at least the current one wants us to think that, like, this divide, this manufactured two-party divide that they are doing is it. That's the only way we can live. But we, as the people, if I can sit at the dinner table and have a different opinion than somebody else in the family, and we can talk about it, and we don't tear apart our family over it, then there's no reason that that same democracy shouldn't be upheld and reflected in our government. If, like, what the fuck are they doing if they're not representing us as we are? Because I think that it's very manufactured, and the people who, you know, the sheeple that you were describing, those people are upholding systems that are only benefiting the people in power, and
very true.
It's working against us. I mean, it's very frustrating, and you know, I just want to see the best for everyone, and that is the common ground I try to find with people that I have different opinions from, because it's like, okay, but can we agree that we both believe that we have everyone's best interest in mind? Because if you can't tell me that, then I don't want to converse with you, because you don't have people's best interests in mind.
And I think are more than one ways to speak your voice and or fight back, or how you don't have to go out in the street and protest. You could, like, for example, when
there are
that
disabled
young
people
boy
who
was
want to do something. Sorry, go ahead.
And like when that young boy was taken and used as bait, many lawyers in response volunteered their time.
Exactly.
To be like, oh, this is fucked up, let's find all the kids. And they volunteered their time and their services to people that, like, they took my kids and they've separated us, and like, so that, you know, so if you don't want to go out on the street and protest, like, you don't have to. You can protest digitally, you know, and you can protest anonymously. You can volunteer your time. You can start in your community yourself. Like, a lot of communities have Instagram pages and things like that, where people let you know what neighborhoods are being raided at this time. Like, particularly with ISIN. Or if you don't want to do that, you just be someone donating, like, clothes and pieces of comfort to help in your own community first, and that's where you can make a change.
That's right.
You know.
And if you feel overwhelmed and like you can't do anything right now, that is the best way to cope with it, is to just
help others.
One person. Just start with, like, one person in your family, in your friend group that you can help, and then, like, maybe maybe you don't want to help people. Maybe you want to help the environment or animals. But as long as you're starting with your community, you're making a difference.
Yes, you are. You're making a difference. You're making a difference too.
It's going to feel better.
Exactly. I mean, naturally, for that, we're built to, when you help others, it helps you. It makes you feel good.
Psychologically.
It does. Help it.
And if it doesn't, maybe go to therapy. There might be something to work out there.
Oh, Jesus. Exactly. Kitty?
Man, I feel really shitty when I do nice things for people.
I told the lady,
it made me work that out.
hair was a beautiful color, and she smiled. I was like,
ew. Ew, I hated that. No.
You either need therapy or you are a Disney villain, which means
yeah, you might just be a Disney villain, and therapy might still help you find that out. At least I don't know.
Oh, that's a good place to end. And yeah, no, wasn't the way we go. So, but
we
I think
can pick this back up in the morning, though. If you
if we went to, I encourage everybody else to finish
Hasan for these videos. 3 hours out of 20 minutes of Hasan. We should just watch Hasan all the time, honestly.
We should just maybe
we make a whole channel dedicated to Hasan reacts.
Wait, no. We do Hasan hour. I get like an hour or two a week.
Okay, but so far the ratio means we gotta do a 20-minute Hasan video for our 3-hour stream. So if it's an hour, it's like 5 minutes of Hasan for.
Right. It's just 5 minutes. That's okay.
I'm teasing.
I know. Anyways, well, we're up way too late.
Oh, good.
You live on the moon, so you're on a different time zone than.
That's right, than everyone else on the planet.
Exactly. So. Yuri Panda time.
Yuri Panda time.
I see now. Design. That's something you should paint. Paint a moon, and then your little like computer. Put that on a T-shirt.
Oh yeah.
I'm not kidding. Like, there's a lot of like YouTubers and that create their own art and sell it as merch.
Yeah, I do need to do more art.
But,
well, I hope everybody is down to hang out to go lurk at my underclassmen from my school days, 80 Gingers. He's doing his Monday night Arc Raiders. Thank you, Mama Panda, for joining.
I'm always here to talk randomly and constantly.
That's and I can always rely on you for that, for sure, and I appreciate it. It's always nice spending time with you.
Oh, it is. I love you.
I love you too.
Well, good night, everybody, and thanks for hanging out.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Go raiding.
Let's go raiding. I'm clicking start, but it's making me wait like 10 seconds. So I might have.
Oh, okay.
I might have rushed the waving goodbye there. But we're going. We're in.
Cool. I have no idea what I'm doing.
You're good. We've raided.
Oh shit. Oh my god. Yuri Panda with the friggin' raid.
Wait, I think I pressed the wrong button for me. That's nice music.
Fuck yeah. What's going on, y'all? Epic Gamer Hours.
Mama Panda and I were just chatting.
Got that 80 badge.